We are officially live. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I am here with my special guest for today for Mamak Catch-Up, SykoKyza. Welcome, Syko, to the stream.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Am I still? Hang on. Am I unmuted now?
Yeah, you are. No worries.
Okay. No. Because I was calling you earlier for a bit, but I forgot you were deafened. It's okay.
Oh,
But yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Hello everyone. Wait. What was I supposed to say again?
Just a brief introduction, basically, to Syko.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, hello everyone. My name is SykoKyza. You can call me Syko. I stream mostly anime games. I guess a variety of games, but yeah, mostly Azure Lane on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch, and of course Saturdays with some racing. So yeah, usually it's F1, but a couple of weeks ago, I should say, internet problem, and I had to switch it with another game, pretty much.
But still racing related.
Still racing related on Saturdays, pretty much.
Nice.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, just to mention to anybody who's just joining as well. Hi Tiochi, welcome.
Hello.
Thanks for the follow. And so basically Syko and I would say when I started streaming, started seriously streaming, Syko was one of the people that I actually looked up to for quite a bit, especially for for tips and advice and so on, because he's been doing this for quite a while now. So he's been sort of like a mentor in a sense to streaming as well.
Yeah, mentor, even though it's only last year.
I mean, it was still earlier than me. So for me, especially a guy who's like completely noob at all this stuff, like setting up the software, setting up the webcam, everything properly, streaming like games, like getting that to work properly,
Oh yeah, Azion, you mind you mind telling everyone what happened earlier? I mean, on your side, of course.
So just before starting the stream, so I was doing a test run with Syko, and I was trying to figure out getting the proper Discord setup thing going on for the call. And so for some weird reason, okay, actually there were two weird things happened. For some reason, my Discord, whenever I pop up the window, it does not pop up, even though it shows that it popped up. I have no idea why that's happening. I should probably look into that. It's been happening for quite a long time now.
Yeah, it's just like Windows not detecting pretty much on OBS.
Yeah, so OBS is not able to detect that additional window, even though I can see it's there, but I can't physically capture it for some reason. And the other thing was, my camera decided to put me in like, I don't know what would you say that, like what, 10 frame rates per second. I was basically like going on robo mode.
Yeah, it became super stuttery. You went like Khan pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Khan when he had his TM problems,
Yeah, I actually watched the podcast, like I think it was 2 weeks ago. Not really live, but it's more like I think while you uploaded it on YouTube. I actually watched the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
I mean it was okay. It's pretty damn fun.
Yeah, I did include the chapters for it, so like you can see like which sections, like what it was specifically talking about. So there was actually one section, I don't know if you noticed, towards the end of the podcast, where I think I named it as like TM rant or something like that. So there was a very beautiful, like I would say 3 to 4 minute rant that Khan had about TM.
No, not just 3 or 4 minute. We I think y'all even had an advert or something. Like I remember R4 was it? Yeah. Like he asked. He asked Khan to do an advert with TM
for the chair. Oh no. Yeah. First it was about TM, and after they were also talking about the chair, because Khan is using a Thomas chair, and R4L had just gotten a Thomas chair at that time. So it basically sort of became like a guide for like one for chair and one for gaming chair, another one for TM for internet connection.
Yep.
But yeah, hey Reaper, welcome to the stream. Long time no see, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think Syko misses you from MSRL.
I mean, like I do understand if you cannot race in MSRL pretty much, but yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Welcome. But yeah, so to hi Kree, yes, you indeed live. To people watching right now, just to mention, so basically this entire podcast, it's called Mamak Catch-Up. So if you happen to not be in Malaysia, not be from Malaysia, or don't know what Mama is, what it is basically Mamaks in Malaysia are like restaurants, or very, how would you say, like
Well,
informal
wait.
restaurants.
Now the term is mostly associated with the restaurant, but like originally it's
Ah,
for
for
the
yeah, so
ethnicity, I believe.
that
Yeah.
ethnicity and I can't say the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like basically Indian Muslims,
Yeah,
pretty
Indian
much.
Muslims, but yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that was what
and
the word was associated to them. But right now, it's more of known like for it's basically like a restaurant where people go to relax, to unwind, to
it's
chill
like
out, essentially.
I guess you could say it's a pub in Malaysia. It's kind of the
Yeah,
same
a
thing as a pub.
non-haram pub, I guess.
No. I mean, like both are kind of the same thing. It's just that I mean, as long as it's like simple food, that kind of thing,
Yeah,
like simple fast food, and not fast food as in like McDonald's or something. It's more like
it's
simple
the.
down to earth food,
I
that
mean,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
it's the typical
But yeah.
Malaysian food, roti canai, you get your teh tarik, you get your mee goreng, you get all the typical Malaysian food. It's like if you come
Oh
to
yeah.
Malaysia, you have to go to a mamak just to experience it. At
Oh,
least once,
definitely. The people
So,
in the pubs. That's amazing.
so
But
yeah,
yeah.
that's basically the
Mm.
idea behind the stream. And what I try to do is I try to get a different streamer to come on as well. Just to it's basically a hangout session. Just talk about life, talk about your streaming journey, games,
Mm-hmm.
sports, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
something also I'd like to specifically mention is for this is the first time that I've included a special points system for MCU. So yeah, it's called Mamak Catch-Up. So MCU for short, of course.
Not
So
not to be confused with
not to be
Marvel.
yes, not to be confused with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's a completely different thing. This is a cooler thing than that. Che. But yeah, so there is a point system now for asking a question for the guest. So basically, you just need to spend 50 points essentially to ask a specific question, basically a question towards Syko. And I think what I will do is, if the questions do start coming in, probably like while we are chatting, I'll probably like throw a couple of questions to you, or I can also hold the questions till the end of the stream to have like a Q&A session towards the end as well. So we'll see how that goes later on.
All right,
Right?
sure.
Cool. Okay, so okay, so basically let's just go right into it. How was your week? How have you been recently?
Well, I mean, honestly, okay. I mean, like if we're talking about overall, I
Yeah,
guess,
just in general.
I guess it's fine. Although, kind of, let's just say yesterday, I kind of had a bit of a ranting moment. I guess it's more like, I
Oh,
mean, partly because I probably at the time I can sleep, so
okay.
my brain went super scattered. I guess at the time.
Right, you were
Um,
firing all cylinders at the time.
Yeah, kind of. In all honesty, I would say, no, I don't know. I would say I'm kind of like struggling a little bit with, let's just say channel growth and,
Right.
uh, the one thing I don't know I believe like, uh, yeah, it actually happened like yesterday. I know yesterday like I streamed as Rulane and such. I did like skin roulettes and all, but let's just say it's been
Okay.
lingering on for like quite a while, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I had a little bit of a a bit of a mood swing at the time. It's more like, oh, what am I even doing here again? And what
Is it do
and
you
like
think it's
am
sort
I
of
still gonna continue?
like stream burnout in a sense, like you're streaming too often
Oh,
or for too long?
wait. As on your overlay.
Sorry?
No, your. Hey, wait. Oh no, it's an ad break. Okay. No, I thought like what happened earlier, but it's fine. But yeah, as I
Oh,
was
okay.
saying, right, like okay, here's the thing, because like let's just say I've been like in Azure Lane, I've been streaming Azure Lane for like a year or so, I guess. I
Right, yeah.
mean, in all honesty, I kind of got lucky because I think someone bigger than I am, I believe it was Illustria AL. I think he's currently on hiatus because of studies.
Okay.
Yeah, he did raid me before, and
A Malaysian streamer
that's
as
that.
well?
Yeah, he is a Malaysian streamer, except
Ah,
he's not
okay,
in
cool.
the he's not active in the server at the moment lah. But yeah, he basically raided me. A couple of other people did as well, so the growth kind of went up for a bit. But as of lately, I don't know. It's just it's gotten a little bit stagnant IMO.
Right, it's sort of like the curve was like going up and then it sort of like flattened out
Yeah, it just
around, right?
flattens out. So it's kind
Right,
of
right.
like, honestly, as a content creator, it's a bit upsetting to kind of see that. Of course, as a content creator, you have a you have a bit of a desire to, of course,
To
grow.
keep that curve going up or
Yeah, true.
continuously, right? Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you think
So
it's
yeah.
a like
Mhm.
a I mean, because this specifically with Azure Lane, we can go into this further, go into this more deeply later on, I guess, since that's one of the most, that is basically the main game that you stream, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you think it's like a seasonal kind of thing, like something related to the game itself, that maybe that's why there's not much, not much attention
It.
or not much
I mean,
viewership there?
honestly speaking, it might be. Although to be honest, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if I must say, I've been a bit consistent, except it's just kind of on the low end still. So yeah, I mean, it is quite upsetting. Honestly, it's just how do you say this?
Okay.
um, but yeah, I mean, no, because like I don't know. I've been having a little bit of an issue with not the entire community per se. It's just like only some of them. It's not a drama. It's more of
Yeah,
it's more
this
of
kind of stuff
the
always happens.
it's more of the getting sidelined by some parts of the community pretty much. So I don't know. I feel like there was a rift in the community at some point, but I don't know lah.
Okay.
But it's okay. I mean, like I did talk to a couple of people I know. I know who stream as ruling as well. Yeah, we did kind of like rant as well a bit for it, but it's fine. I mean,
So it's a
to the
common thing in a
others,
way, is
yeah.
it?
I mean to the others who just joined, like let's say from my ping in the server. Yeah, apology. I mean, I don't mean to like offend y'all. Like if you came to me from my Azure Lane streams and such. Okay, I don't mean like y'all, uh, you know, y'all don't mean so much. It's just that as
No, I
a
mean, as a content creator, it is definitely understandable.
yeah, it's more like in
Yeah.
general kind of thing. So I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, but I feel like I don't know. I think right now I've already kind of gotten past that point. It's more of it's more of a trying to figure out how to kind of combat that at some point, that kind of
Right.
thing.
Is
So
it? But
yeah.
okay, like just from my personal experience so far as well, like there are certain games that that I'm really into sometimes, but then
Mm-hmm.
of course, because it's a game that I'm into, I want to also share it via stream, and then it sort
Mm-hmm.
of like changes in the sense that instead of being a game that I enjoy, it becomes a game that is like a chore. Do you think that is sort
Ah,
of what's happening there as well?
I mean, honestly, going through Azur Lane, I mean, I do admit that when I play the game, it's not me playing the game. It's more like I kind of micromanage the thing. Like it's
Right.
kind of like the game plays itself,
Right.
that kind of thing. So it essentially turns into like a just chatting stream. Basically, just
Yeah, I
kind of
mean, yeah, I've
mess
joined some of
around.
your streams, and most of the time I mean, you're interacting with chat, and there's like the music videos going on at the bottom of the screen and stuff, like which is fun.
Yeah,
Like, it's like a
definitely.
nice addition.
Yeah, I mean, I remember at one point, like, when I had that internet issue like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I was considering turning off the song request for a little bit. Let's just say kind of backfired, although in like a silent way, that kind of thing. So
Right.
I ended
Okay.
up like halfway through that stream. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll turn off song request. Whatever happens to my internet, screw it. And yeah, I did use my mobile data at the time, and of course, you know how mobile data goes.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
it's not stable, and
yep,
yeah, a lot of like
yeah, pay internet
connectivity issue.
indeed.
Yeah, exactly. Echo pay internet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's AL. Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean,
It kind of becomes a chore. Yeah, exactly. Tochi also mentioned the same thing as
yeah,
well.
it did become a chore. So I did do some. I did try to mix it up a little bit
Mm-hmm.
by doing some roulette. I know it might be like RNG. Probably I might be mad at some of the outcome, but at the very end, you just have fun. I mean, it's not like
That's
you
the
actually
important thing.
hate.
As long as you're having fun while playing the game and streaming.
Yeah, I mean all the waifus in there, of course. I don't actually hate them. It's more like a meme kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, I mean in the end, I mean whatever I think my policy. So I think my philosophy here is just whatever RNG gives. Well, screw it, I take it. That kind of thing.
Understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, better things could happen. That kind of thing. All right. So
But how your
yeah.
your whole internet thing, like, has it been settled already now?
Oh no, it's already been
It's all good
taken
lah.
care of like a long time ago. I think it was like
Okay.
two weeks ago probably.
All Gucci now basically.
All Gucci.
Yeah.
Although like next month, start of the next month, I might have to be wary again. I might have to
Oh.
like prepare again for a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it might turn to 480p, to 2500 kbps bit rate
I guess
stream.
yeah. See,
I'm
if
not
you
saying
expect it
that,
to happen, then I mean, at least you can prepare in advance. You know, it won't be like a
yeah.
surprise like previously.
Yeah. True. It's just that I was messing around with the settings and such and see how the stream goes. And if the internet is super unstable at the time, then well, screw it, day off then,
Yeah.
just like that. You know, I mean, no one's forcing you really. So like if you feel like you want to go get a day off, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pay internet.
So
And
actually,
I think, yeah.
I sorry. Yeah, you're gonna say something?
No. And I think like it got to a point where like I think people could probably meme this every time. So just like some streamers have like super bad internet and just
Yeah.
basically a bigger internet, that kind of thing. I think like it's starting to get to that point. Although it's okay. I don't really mind. I do have fun from that one as well. You know.
Right. Right.
Mhm. Okay, continue
Okay.
on.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I was gonna ask as well because I recall. I believe it was last week or maybe it was end of the previous week. You mentioned that you were going to like a convention. Hoyofest or something,
Uh,
is it?
oh yeah. Right. Yeah,
Is it?
that one.
I hope I'm saying it correctly. Hoyofest.
Yeah. It is
Okay.
Hoyofest.
Yeah. So actually, what was that about? I wanted to ask you about it actually the other day.
Right. So
Yeah.
Hoyofest, right? Basically, it's like a kind of a theme cafe partnership, that kind of thing. Like maid cafes in Japan,
Okay.
or like cat cafes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a theme cafe, but this time with the game characters. And yeah, I might have gotten conned as well.
You got conned at
But
a
yeah,
con.
yes. But yeah, so basically, like Hoyofest is, if you know like Genshin Impact and such, basically the company behind Genshin Impact,
Okay.
they did a bit of I would say they did a bit of a partnership with a couple of cafes around the world. I mean, currently Southeast Asia and probably the US as well. They basically did a partnership with like one cafe for each country, and they say like, hey, basically, we want you to sell merch, sell the special menus, that kind of thing. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like a BTS meal in a way, you know.
So it's like a congregation of cafes. Am I right?
It's a
Because it is
theme
a convention, right?
cafe. No, it's not really a convention. It's more like a theme cafe partnership, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like each cafe in each country. So like in Malaysia, it's My Burger Lab. So
Oh, all right.
yeah. So basically, my Burger Lab and MiHoYo partnered up to bring out Hoyo Fest for like, I think like for 3 games. So first is Honkai Impact 3, that was like a couple of weeks ago, and then currently, or probably next week, I think it's Tears of Themis, and then after that, Genshin
Oh, so
on
it's still
December.
ongoing like for a long period of time, is it?
Yeah,
For a
it's,
few weeks.
it's it's gonna go on for like I believe a month in total, but it's
I
split
see.
between 3 games,
I see.
and
Okay.
of course a couple of days for just swapping out
Swapping.
things,
Yeah,
swapping out
yeah.
decors, that kind of
Where
thing.
where was it at?
It's at my town. Yeah,
Okay. My town
it's at my town.
shopping.
My
Yeah.
burger lab. Oh, I mean, if you ask me what happened there, I mean, I went during Honkai, Honkai Impact. I mean, the meal was actually pretty damn nice.
Okay.
Although it's a bit on the pricey side, of course, not really student friendly unless if you're like unless you have that kaching kaching,
Of course. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, the food there in general is pretty nice. I mean, the worst one I've had was the pizza burger. I think from yeah,
Pizza
it was
burger
the yeah, it's a pizza burger. Basically, like they put pepperoni, cheese and such, like, but
in
in
the
a
burger.
burger.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just say
But
that
wait,
one's a bit dry.
doesn't the food have to like the food doesn't follow like a particular theme from the game or something like that?
No, they do follow the particular theme of the game. Basically, it's like a special menu that represents each character,
Okay.
each character from the
That's
game.
pretty cool.
So yeah, I think like there were two burgers. Okay, pizza burger for Kiana. Uh, as was it a borscht burger, that's for Bronya, and that burger actually I do recommend. It's pretty amazing. It tastes very good. And then of course nachos. They even have like a loaded nachos kind of thing. I think it's called rider nachos.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Okay, that was a bit of a funny story on the on the day I went there. So I basically went to pick up. I went to like. So I ordered to kind of take away. Basically, I have to pick up at the mall.
Right.
For the item. So yeah, I was thinking of giving one of the meals to my friend, but then in turn he had to pay for yeah, he had to pay for the price. I think it was one of my mods, Phantom. Yeah, basically we went there, just pick up our stuff and probably just lepak-lepak at at my town
Yeah.
at the time. And yeah, I guess you could say yeah, I tried to convince him just to take the food and pay for it for a little bit, because we go there lah, of course you don't want to go empty handed. But
Yeah.
then again, Phantom, he was like, I only came here for the merch though, not the food. And yeah, let's just say I ended up like burning a hole to my wallet
Oof.
inevitably on
Okay.
that one. So and yeah, believe it or not, the like one meal I believe is like around the range of 30 ringgit. The most expensive one is 36, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, because I guess it's sort of like a premium burger in a way, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, like it's like BTS burger lah in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
BTS burger, not BTS nuggets lah.
That
So
one, even the container, also people keeping and selling it on Shopee
hey,
and.
oh, fun fact, I still keep the container, by the way.
Oh no. Okay.
I still keep the container. I'm actually thinking of selling it for the lols. You know how much I'm gonna sell it for? 69,420.69 USD.
Sell Syko bath water as well in the container.
Hey, probably I'll put because they put okay, because like they include the you know that small container where they put the sauce. I was thinking
The
of putting I was
Wait,
thinking
you mean
probably
like the
putting
tiny
Psycho
one?
bath
Is it
water. Yeah, the
like
tiny one lah. Like
the nugget sauce like that?
yeah, like that. It's
Okay,
like a dip sauce. Sorry, dip container, that kind of thing.
the corn in
So
corn exactly. Psycho's gonna start corning now.
so yeah, I was thinking like, okay, I was thinking like, you know what, just like now that you mentioned it, the bath water thingy, right? Might as well.
Yeah, why
Might as
not?
well do that. Nah. Of course not. I think it's better to leave it empty, probably. But yeah, and I kind of doubt that people will actually buy. If someone did, I would be surprised. Like, I mean, to be
It
fair,
probably
it,
would
it would
be,
literally it would literally clear out all my funds, like for I don't know, for like a month or two probably. If
but I
someone
think
actually
it probably
managed to
would, man.
buy it.
I
But
think there
yeah,
probably would be people willing to buy.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
What sort of merch was it that you mentioned that they were selling there?
Oh, right. Okay, so for the merch, right? Wait. First of all, like if you can you share your screen or something, because like I did make a thread about
It might mess up the layout, unfortunately.
oh no, because like okay, I'll give you the link to DM. But basically I did a thread on, okay, first thread about Hoyofest at the time. It was basically the situation, basically what happened when I went there to merch hunt, that sort of thing. I mean, I actually went there at like no, not 4.
You went
It
early,
was,
right?
yeah,
Super,
I
yeah.
went early, like 7 a.m. Problem is that at the time, uh I don't know, I think like first of all, the stock was super limited. So like we're talking
Right.
about like 30 merch,
Right.
and
Oh
if you can
wow.
imagine the
30.
queue, 30
30.
30 in total for the day. Okay.
What?
And then like imagine the queue being from, okay, I don't know how to put this into scale, but I think like in terms of measurements, probably queue was like 10 to 20 meters. So
It's not
it's
too
quite
bad.
far. You say
Wait,
it's
10 to
not too
20
bad.
meters.
You say it's not too bad until you learn that it's the less popular game. So
Right.
like
So the
if
more
if it's
popular.
get
Yeah.
so no, because like, it brings a bit of concern on my side, because like let's say those who come those who want to come to Hoyofest for Genshin, right? I know like a lot of people would actually go and queue up for Genshin.
Yeah, of
Would
course.
literally be like debated by the amount of merch they sold. So
Yeah,
yeah,
thirty is ridiculous, man. It's like
no, at the moment I don't know how they will sort this thing out. But I heard that Burger Lab is actually trying to sort out the whole issue with MiHoYo. Although I think MiHoYo will just be, kind of
Yep.
stubborn because free publicity, the long queue, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like it's not good for the customer, but at the same time, stonks over everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh god, it's
I mean,
actually raining
as
right
long
now.
as well for the queuing, they're following SOP and all that, then if it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. The
20 or
SOP is
30 meters, then
also
it's fine lah.
yeah. The SOP is also one more thing, right? Okay, hang on. This has actually gone a little bit too far. But yeah, I think like this was wait. Oh no no no. Okay, yeah. So basically, I did a rant on Twitter. It got to, let's just say it gained a little bit of traction to the point where Burger Lab actually replied, like they actually
Oh,
agreed that they actually agreed what happened was just was just absurd because like
ridiculous.
because TLDR, people camping via underground level or in toilets, that kind of thing, and then
Serious.
and as
Wow.
you know, no, because it's the thing, like before the mall opens, basically the security guard in front, the one in the checkup,
Yeah.
sorry, the one the check-in section for my Sejahtera
Yeah.
and that kind of thing.
Temperature and all that. Yeah.
Basically, like it's not like sorry, it's not that you go there, you check in via My Sejahtera, and then after that you go and how do you say this? Then after that you go and just go to the mall lah, pretty much. Okay. It's more like you have to register your details via like a form or something. It's not a form. It's more like a book, the log book. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to. I remember you have to. Okay, fill in your name, phone number, your company. Okay, that's a keyword there, by the way. Company
Company.
that you
Okay.
work in. So basically, it's for employees. At the time, I was actually guilty of that at the time, but to my credit, I did actually go out again because I was hungry. But yeah, basically back to the thing, right? Basically, it's all for employees only. And as it turns out, like a lot of people were camping at toilets and that kind of thing, and then just wait until let's say 10 a.m.
Right.
To queue up for the
Yeah.
merch
The
lah,
shop
that kind of thing.
opens.
Yeah, so security was very 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 absurd at the time lah.
Okay.
And then okay, and then after that, like I went out because I got hungry, and then just literally had to walk 10 minutes from 10 minutes from my town to somewhere basically. And then when I went back, I just queued up just like usual outside of the mall, just literally outside the entrance, and then until like 10 a.m. And then we kind of had to like run a little bit to the uh like to in front of the Burger Lab restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say that when we got there, when we got to the merch queue, let's just say like let's just say almost the whole line literally had people inside already, even though like some of us have already queued up outside. So that really tells us about
The number
people
of people there.
camping. Yeah, the number of people camping
Right.
in the shopping mall, basically avoiding security
Right.
from
Right.
from
Yeah.
finding them out that
That's
they're
like.
not employees. Yeah,
That's like, I mean, yeah,
so
really, really quite desperate, like, I guess, in a sense, like, because they know
yeah,
that the number of merch is that low, right? So,
yeah, true, true. So in the end, like after I actually ended up getting two merch only. I think it was both keychain, sorry, one keychain and one small acrylic stand, I guess, acrylic stand or keychain.
okay.
So yeah, I guess you could say that
Oh, so your mouse pad wasn't from there, lah.
no,
The
oh
special mouse.
that mouse pad was from a different game actually.
Oh, okay.
No, that one I ordered from Yostar, not MiHoYo. So basically, it's
Okay, it's
another
different.
company. They ship it from China to Malaysia lah. And it actually
Right.
took like a couple of months, by the way.
Serious.
So
Oh,
yeah,
cause, I assume because of
I mean
COVID and stuff.
honestly, yeah, honestly, I don't mind. I think one of my friends, Groot, he had it a bit longer than usual lah. He had a bit of a delay on the shipment. I think it was a second batch, I think, for the anniversary box. But yeah, back to the Hoyofest story, right? I basically ranted on Twitter, just super frustrated about what happened, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep.
And then yeah, basically Burger Lab, they replied and they just said like, yeah, thanks for understand, well said, and thanks for understanding our predicament, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think like that night, they posted on their Facebook page that they discovered that a lot of people are camping. Probably they might have referred to my post lah, and a couple other people complaining as well. You know, uh, so they said like, okay, we're gonna have a bit of an update. So basically, those who queue up outside of the east entrance, basically where I queued up at the time, on the first
Mm-hmm.
day of my merch hunt, they
Yep.
had to queue up there, and then after that they give like turn numbers. Turn numbers, I believe they have 6 of them because merch is super limited, and we can't possibly give like 20,
Right. Right.
20
So
turn
so they gave,
numbers.
yeah, basically they gave like numbers to each person, and so like you're assigned a number to go
Yeah,
in,
basically the first 6 will have a turn number. Basically
and then
they're
rotate lah.
basically it's just like they're labeled as the first one in the queue lah, and then after that
Right. Right.
behind, well, if they get lucky they get the merch lah, that kind of thing. So yeah, so basically that already prevented the whole
The
the
cutting
whole
queue. Yeah.
queue. Yeah, the whole cutting queue and camping and such. Although one caveat out of this was you really have to come very early. Okay, so on the second day I actually did a thread on that as well. Not really second consecutive, it's more like
The
the
second
day
time you went
after.
there.
Yeah, I basically had a break the next day after the first merch hunt,
Yeah.
because I was literally like super tired, quite moody lah as well at the time, you know, because like a lot of my friend actually requested me like merch, and I'm like I could try, but problem is it's not, it's not good.
Not
Like
easy.
they really, yeah, it's not easy. They have to understand, like, merch is super limited, and I can't possibly afford to get up at, let's say, like 4 a.m, you know,
To
4
go queue up.
a.m, and then eat breakfast and then wait for the train, which okay, spoiler, I didn't do that on the final day on my merch hunt. So yeah, if you so as you on the link I sent to you just now
Right.
was the second day. And this one I actually did a coverage of the thread. I think like I should probably share this on your chat as well. So yeah, this one is the
Yeah. Sure.
second day of
Oh wait, sorry. I think links are. Yeah, I
oh
think links are disabled.
oh, censored. Oh
Um,
oh shoot.
it's
Okay,
alright
as you on
because right now,
you.
like, if I change my if I switch over to the chat, and then I think it might mess up the layout. So I think
Oh,
I'll
okay, okay.
include a link in the video description there when I upload it. Include it there as
Okay,
well. Then.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, so the second day, I kind of did a full coverage of what happened. So basically, give everyone an idea on, what to expect while
Mm-hmm.
merch hunting for Hoyofest,
The guide,
and
Syko guide.
yeah, the Syko guide. I mean, honestly, that the rant on Hoyofest, the first one, I honestly never expected it to kind of gain a lot of traction. So I ended up like, you know what? I'll do a coverage for a bit, just see how it is and such.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually, okay, so basically I went there at like 6. Okay, I went to the MRT station like near closest to my house, like 6 a.m. that
Okay.
early. And then I think I arrived there at 7, like nearly 7 a.m. And then like nearly 7 a.m,
Yeah.
there were already a couple of people queuing, like not a lot, but more like I think it was 5.
Okay, not too bad then.
Yeah, it's not too
But
bad, but
7 a.m. you're like 3 hours early, lah, I guess, right? It opens
yeah,
at 10.
3 hours early. I mean, we were actually willing to kind of queue in there, so
Right. Right.
so it's fine. But yeah, some of us at the front had a bit of a chat, that kind of thing. So just to kill some time. And I remember there's this one auntie like who brought her 2 kids as well. She came from Kuala Selangor at 5:30. Okay, she
5:30
came
in the
like,
morning. Holy shit.
so
Okay.
she arrived from Kuala Selangor to the mall at 5:30 a.m.
Oh
So
no.
that really tells that she basically drove at 4. All right, she basically drove
To
at
reach
4
there.
a.m.
Yeah.
till like 5:30 to reach there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely I did, Tiochi. But yeah, really some very, very massive dedication right there. I mean, I don't mind. I don't really blame them for that, to be honest. I mean, like if you want to, if you have the energy to, sure, you can do it. I don't want to really, I don't want to
Yeah, I
really
mean,
discredit that.
yeah, if you're dedicated for it, if you really want to get it, and all,
Yeah.
all for
So
you, I guess.
uh, so yeah, we ended up like talking for some time, and I actually met like some very some very nice people there, lah, you know. So it was pretty nice. So fast forward to like 10 a.m. and such. We basically queued up. I think
Mhm.
I think I got number 5.
Okay.
So
So first
it's
round.
okay. It's okay. Although honestly, like since I'm in the middle of probably the top 6, so my chances are kind of low. But I was expecting okay lah, you know.
Yep.
I was expecting pretty fine. Um, so yeah, we went to the mall. The staff guided us to the queue, and then after that, yeah, we just had to decide which merch to get, that kind of thing. You know,
Right.
I
Right.
think like and then yeah, I think like I ended up getting like uh all the stuff that one of my friends requested. So basically, it's in the Comic Fiesta punya server. He DM me. He asked me to say like, "Hey, can you get me some of this stuff?" I mean, if you can, lah, of course.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess you could say that I got all of his stuff except, but not all. Not from my for my other friends, yet. So yeah, I was pretty happy, but of course, it's not over yet. At the end. So yeah, I got my merch and stuff, and
So
then I went back.
are you planning to go back again when there's a new when it like revamps again
Fuck
this
no.
month? No more. Had enough
No
of
more.
that shit
No, no.
already.
Okay, hang on. That was the second day. That was the second day. Third day. Okay, third day, I think is probably the most eventful one, lah, honestly, and probably one of my best ones, right?
Okay.
So, okay, third day, that was literally one day after the second day of merch hunt, basically. The second merch hunt.
You're right.
So I think like I think okay lah. I actually slept in the living room because I didn't and at 1 a.m. So I kind of slept for 2 hours only. I kind of slept for 2 hours only, and then after that I had to like quickly
Oh, what time
get
did
a
you leave
meal
in the
and
morning?
such. Okay,
Again.
this this part is very absurd lah, now that I think about it, right? So I think I left. Okay, I went to the MRT first. I want to see if the MRT train opens
Yeah.
at the time. So I believe like I went there at 5:40,
Mm-hmm.
and then like since the MRT is closed, I mean I can't afford to wait there, can I? So I was like, okay, you know what? Plan B: drive the car to my town, go find some parking there, and then screw it, you know, just go there, right? So I literally drove like a mad lad through the highway and such. I think it took me around, okay, so from my house to like my town or something, if we were to take, you know, normal road conditions at the time,
Yeah.
I think it would take like probably half an hour. But since the roads were almost empty at the time,
Yeah.
it
It was
was
like
like
super early morning.
not really super early. It's more like 6 already, I think. Uh, I got there at 10 minutes. I got there within 10 minutes,
Right.
and then it was raining heavily at the time as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a bit bad weather early in the morning as well. So I got to parking like on the what is it, like at a train station nearby. I think it's Cochrane Perkasa. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
like a lot of
Okay.
taxis parked there, and I was just like, you know what, pretend to be one of the taxis, just park there and just leave my car be lah. But you know, but I would have to check my car in the afternoon in case if it gets clamped or something, you know.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, I basically ran from the petrol station like after I parked my car to the mall. So when I so yeah, it was about to rain again. So it just stopped raining, and then after that, like it drizzled a little bit. So yeah, I was a little bit wet lah as well at the
Mm-hmm.
time. So yeah, I think when I arrived at the east entrance, there were like 6 people queuing already, and you know
Even more than the day before.
yeah, a little bit. I was a little bit late lah as well, but you know, but at the time, right? You know what was my saving grace?
Was there auntie there
Remember,
again?
it wasn't the auntie. It was another fella. He basically he and his dad lah. So he and his dad basically, you know, went together, just wait there. But his dad just keep an eye on the queue and such, you know.
Right.
So I met his dad first. You know, we kind of talked a bit. He asked me to say, "Hey, you came again?" You know, that kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, I still have some stuff to, you know, to buy,
Yeah.
that kind of thing." And I basically caught him with his dad. I basically made a pact with his dad. Just say like, hey, can you pretend that I didn't cut the queue and such, just pretend that you and my sorry, just
Could just
pretend
say
that
just
me and my
pretend that
yeah
you're his son.
no, pretend that me and his son, like, promised to meet together, just,
Right,
as
right.
like we go together to the merch queue. Sorry, we go together when we buy merch lah, basically.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, he was
So
chill.
yeah, I kind of played it out, just, just like not just go to my friend who I met at the time, and then yeah, we sat down together, we talked a bit. So in a way, I kind of cut the queue, but I kind of played it off, just like, nah, lah, nothing happened. Just basically nothing happened. That's so smooth. Oh yeah, indeed. And I think like a couple of people like behind me is like, I think there were two. I think there were two Chinese girls. I think, like, I think my friend's dad told me that, they were kind of shit talking me at the time, but I was like,
Dad of the
you know
year.
what?
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Who cares? I mean, they're lost, because because here's the thing, like, I kind of cut the queue, yeah, but but by the same logic, like, I heard from his dad that the two Chinese girl, right, like one of them saved a spot for her other friend who parked the
Right.
car somewhere else, so by that logic, I guess you could technically cut the queue. You just have to count team lah,
Same sort of similar situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like a couple
So
of
wait,
hours after
hold on,
that,
yeah,
this
hold on,
was
Syko. Just to pause for a little bit, just to mention to the people in chat, by the way, you can use the channel points if you're already following me to use this special MCU channel point reward, which is Ask MCU. Basically, you're asking a question to Syko, so it can be anything about streaming, anything about anime stuff, anything that you wanna request from Syko, basically, or request about Syko. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and do that. And also, do remember !MCU. You can get all of Syko's details in terms of the platforms that he has: Twitch, YouTube, and so on. So yeah, there you go. This is already there. Thanks, Syko, for that.
no problem.
Yeah, the thing also, it auto rotates every 15 minutes. I think it pops up as well. So yeah, feel free to check out his channels. So yeah, sorry, go unpause.
Okay, so where was I? All right, so fast forward like probably an hour or two later, right? I think like one of the uncle behind la, basically he brought his son to the queue. He basically told my friends that, just say like, hey, can you probably ask your son to buy some merch for me or something? I mean, it's okay lah. We help together, of course. It's fine. So my dad, not my dad, sorry, my friend's dad, they basically
See,
he
you've
went
been
up to,
adopted. You basically
yeah,
adopted.
hey, he was pretty cool. All right, I could probably treat him as my own dad as well, So yeah, but anyway, back to the story, right? So my friend's dad, he basically went to my friend and then just say like, hey, here's some extra money, buy a bit more merch lah for the one of the peeps behind lah, pretty much, And then like one of my and then like this other uncle is Chinese lah, I think. He basically went up to my friend's dad and just scolded him and told him, just like, hey, are you asking them to are you asking him, like, basically pointing to his son, to buy some stuff on your behalf,
Right.
and then like my friend's dad, you know what he said? He said like, bitch, that's my son. That kind of thing, so it was,
Dude, that's a really cool dad, man. Seriously.
yeah, no, when I heard of that, I literally laughed my ass off. It was super great, like, but honestly, right, like, the I think like the third day was my best day. I mean, morally speaking, it might be the worst, but but honestly, at this point, I kind of got fed up with the merch queue and such. So we kind of had to like kind of skirt the rules a little bit, do it like
At
Mercedes and
this
Red Bull.
point, yeah, after you got screwed over on the first day, people camping.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I can't afford to go there again because, of course, transportation costs and that kind of thing, So yeah, after that, the same thing from the second day happened, and then I ended up, oh yeah, and then of course, like, me and my friend, we cow team together. We just said like, hey, I asked him to say, hey, what do you want to buy? You know what he said? He wants to buy the two figurine, basically the two most expensive items in the out of all the merch lah, basically.
Right.
And he actually did. When I saw that, I'm like, what the?
Wait, how expensive are we talking about here?
Okay, so one of the figurines. Okay, so this is one chibi figurine, right?
Okay.
That one's 200.
Okay.
200 ringgit.
Alright.
But he buys two. So
two of the same?
Not two of the
Two
same, because
different.
like because for the figurines, right, they sell one each. So basically, if you so there's two different characters, but two different characters figurines.
Yep.
For one of them, it's only one basically. How do I explain this? It's more like only one available.
You can only buy one at a time.
Yeah, the stock is only
per person.
one figurine. That's
Right,
it.
right.
You know?
Okay.
So he bought like all the figurines. I think like those two figurines were the only thing that's available at the time. So he basically nabbed both of them. Yeah, he basically nabbed both of the figurines. So when I saw that, I'm like, wow, dude, what a mad lad right there, you know? And then like I ended up getting all my stuff as well. So since I'm second in the queue, I kind of cut the queue. I went to first, but me and my friend, we just said like, hey, you know what? We switch around when it's about time to move, So, ooh, he was amazing. I tell you, like I don't know how to explain, but I guess you can say it's like one of the times I went super mad lad as well. Which figure? Mine's showing the fig later on. I actually have the picture of the catalog, I believe, one of the threads. Hang on,
It's on your Discord?
You know what? Yeah, I'll post it on my Discord for a bit. Do give me a moment because the thread is quite long as well. Okay, so all right. I believe it's okay. If you see Bronya and Kiana, I believe the two little figurines, that kind of thing.
So wait, these were figurines that your friend bought, right?
Yeah, the two figurines. You see Bronya and Kiana, the small ones. Yeah, the small ones. Not the big one. The big one's already sold out from get go, so you can't do anything about that. But yeah, it's in my Discord server. The pictures. So I know some of you all are in my Discord, so feel free to check.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't get the figurine, of course, because my wallet would be burning through, honestly.
Per figure, yeah, per figurine.
Yeah, it was like 200. Yeah, total is like 400 already. So, so yeah, I was like, oh my god, man, it was super. Like, what a mad lad he is. But I think like after that, yeah, I believe like after the whole ordeal was over, we exchanged contacts, because like he and his he and his dad was literally super cool. I tell you, I can't put it into words like what happened at the time, but
right.
But let's just say like it was like his dad was super cool. I tell you, like we talked a bit about whatever is going on and such. He's a very sporting guy, I would say. Wait, that's so cheap in our currency. Android's $60 on normal web stores. I mean, honestly speaking, Malaysia's currency is a bit
USD? Is it dollars? Or...
No. That's
Sing.
Is that USD or euros we're talking about? Because I know Tiochi is from Europe, so
okay,
might be. But if it's dollars or something, it's fine.
$60.
So yeah, that kind of ends. Sorry, I think like
dollars,
that's the
US dollars,
kind of the Hoyofest merch hunt saga of my side lah. So overall, I would say, I mean, the merch hunt was fun. I got to meet like quite a couple of people as well. So
yeah, especially your new friend and his dad, the coolest people.
Oh
there,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we save contacts as well with each other. So he's like, I haven't talked to him since lah, but it's it's pretty nice. I think he did say that like whenever there's like another con going on, we let each other know, that kind of thing, so we can meet,
meet
that
up.
kind of thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. But when it but in terms of the merch hunt perspective, honestly, not worth your time, because like here's the thing, those merch, like most of the merch anyway, like if you see from the catalog, the top two, the two merch at the top, that one's exclusive for the event. So yeah, you can probably get that one. But other than that, the other merch, the characters and such, the keychains, acrylic stands, that kind of thing, you could actually get it on the online store. It
It's
might be
not
a bit pricey.
really that limited edition in a sense. There are
Yeah,
only certain ones that are literally you can
yeah.
only
I
get it there
mean, I do get it. It's a bit cheaper, to get to to get it kind of on a
physically.
physical, yeah, to get it physically instead of online.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, right, like the pricing for the pricing for the merch online, like even if it's slightly more expensive, at least it guarantees you the item. So like,
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, let's face it,
I mean, it might
the
be
extra
longer
cost.
to get
No, the
it.
extra cost is because of shipping fee. Because of course you have to get it into a cargo ship, that kind of thing, or probably a plane.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's like it's not that much. Now that I think about it, you know. Hello, what's up?
Hi,
What's
hey
up
Bob.
there?
Welcome, welcome. So actually,
Okay,
Psycho,
so
there's a
uh,
couple of questions that already came in through the Ask MCU.
oh, already. Oh,
So yeah, I
I
hope.
thought we're doing the Q&A like in a bit, But
Yeah, but
you
I
know
think
what? We
there's
can.
a couple, so I think we can just go through a couple of them for now, and then if there's
Mhm.
anything that come in later on, and then we can go through at the
Ooh,
end lah,
that's bad.
around there.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Okay, hit
but
me
yeah,
up. Hit me up with
just to
questions.
mention again, Ask MCU is a channel point that you can use. You can use your channel points to ask a question to Psycho basically. So Ask MCU is to ask any questions to my special guest. So in this case, for today, for MCU, it's questions for SykoKyza. So yeah,
Okay.
feel free to use it. The first question actually was from Cree. I hope Cree is still around. I haven't seen him message in chat recently, but I hope he's still here. Psycho,
Mm-hmm.
bila last gi Sushi King LMAO?
Bila last pergi Sushi King? Oh shit. I've actually, okay. If we're talking about sushi in general, I've actually went to, I believe, Sushi Zanmai. Probably
Okay.
probably a week ago, I think. Yeah, probably
Did
last
you
week
and Cree have
because
like plans or something to go
no,
to
no,
go
no, no.
Sushi
I
King?
think I think it's because at uni, like I go to Sushi King a lot. So
Oh,
basically
okay.
being the weeb I am at the time,
Right.
just just eat all the sushi, that kind of thing. I mean, Sushi King is pretty nice. I don't really mind, pretty much. But yeah, I think like back to the question, right? Last time I went to Sushi King, oh, believe it or not, it's actually quite a while ago. I believe probably 2 months ago. I think I haven't been to Sushi King for a while.
So a
But
few
yeah,
months back, the last time.
I
All
think
right.
like probably 2 months, probably a month or two back, pretty
Okay.
much.
I mean, yeah. To
Yeah.
be fair, the restaurants did only open up around that time, right? Like after
Yeah, I mean,
MCO. So yeah, probably about a month. Probably about 2 months
yeah,
back.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
And also no R4L, no PM to P questions. You gotta ask through Ask MCU. Questions
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
be questions will be ignored if you PM to P. And also
Hmm.
thanks Bam Bam Bob for the lurk. He's listening to this while in the shower. So yep, enjoy
Yeah,
the mental image indeed.
yeah, you can hear my voice. Probably doing some weird noises in the background. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
So
next.
next MCU
Mhm.
question is from R4L. When meetup?
Meetup.
Yeah.
Alah tak cakap.
Hey,
Nah,
he actually sent in two questions. One was when meetup, and then after that, another one was Kajang Lepak when.
I mean, I don't mind doing it anytime because like at the moment, honestly, I mean, I've been literally like sitting in my house, just what we call is mereput, or in literal translation, you can say
You're
decaying for a bit.
decomposing.
Yeah, I'm decomposing in the house as we speak. So yeah, supposed to join you and Delve at was, but I had to cancel. I mean, it's okay, it's okay. No, here's the thing, because like I mean, if you ask me to kind of meet up somewhere, like anytime, feel free to. I don't mind. I mean, we could set a
To be
date and
honest, I still
something.
do want to do the like the
The real Mamak Catch-Up.
IRL. I mean, no, Mama Catch-Up one thing, yes, definitely, but also IRL MSRL
Yeah,
to
yeah,
have
yeah.
an
I gotta
actual,
MSR meetup.
the
Oh
bunch of
my
us go
god.
for go karting one day.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty nice. But yeah, I still remember. Sorry, we're running a bit off topic, but I still remember like the first MSRL meetup we had. It was actually at the Mama
Bangsa,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah, it was quite chaotic, not gonna lie, because we had a bit of last minute moment.
yeah.
Yeah, we
But it was
kind of had a
fun.
little bit of
It was
a last minute moment.
first time like meeting each other after talking online for so
Yeah,
long
yeah,
and
true.
yeah,
Yeah,
streaming together and
indeed.
stuff.
Although I still remember like I drove super fast at the Max highway. I went to 170 at one point, 170 kilometers per hour. Was mad.
Just to
I
make
think
it.
I was with
Oh no, it's
Usume.
because
Yeah.
you guys were going to be late for buka puasa, right? That time.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I think it
It
was for
was a
that.
fasting month. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. But
Okay.
but like we legit had to wait for a while for Saint for Sheesh.
Right.
Like fuck me, he actually got stuck in a train. So I was like,
That
oh my
happens for
god, dude, where
KTM's,
did
unfortunately.
I go? I was super bad, I tell you. But yeah, at the very end, everything went well. Honestly, it could have been longer, but I do understand. You all have work to do at the time. So
Yeah.
can do much and such.
But yeah, I mean,
But
definitely, hopefully,
hmm.
hopefully the situation, I don't know, like now it's like cases going back up again, so I don't know
Nah,
what's
I
gonna
don't
happen
think the
then.
situation will be
But
improved. So I think like we have to do it as soon as possible. Probably
yeah,
do it as soon as possible, and then after that,
but
online
I
again
do,
on
I
a
do want to
while.
go karting though. It's been like, I think it's
Oh
been
yeah,
2 years now since I last went
same.
karting.
I
Yeah,
do wish I would like to go karting, but wallet has a hole in it, so it's not gonna be best time. Hey, Khan, welcome,
welcome,
welcome.
Khan, welcome.
All
So
right,
yes,
so
again, just to mention to the chat,
mm,
we have no, Khan, you got to ask it through Ask MCU.
come
It's
on,
my
live,
channel
see you.
point. It's my channel point. You
Come
got to
on,
use the
ask.
channel points to ask questions for special guests. So for Syko,
Mhm.
so you can use that to ask, and then I will get to it as soon as I can. So I guess okay, we can leave. There's still another question there, but I'll just leave it for a bit.
Okay. No, it's
Okay,
okay. It's okay. I think we're gonna do like partially,
yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so feel free to, if anybody else is watching as well, any other questions. Yes, exactly, capitalist stream indeed. So yeah, feel free to ask through Ask MCU. So
Topik
actually,
comrade.
one question that I did want to ask you, Syko,
Okay.
what inspired you to get the name SykoKyza or to use the name SykoKyza?
I knew this was coming. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Believe it or not, I actually had to think like how to kind of word this because like
Okay.
I should say it has
Is
a
there
bit
a
of a long
story
history.
behind?
Yeah. It's I guess you can say there's 3 parts of the thing.
Wow. Okay, 3 chapters behind
No,
the
no.
name. All right.
Hopefully it's not long. Hopefully it's not long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick summary then.
So
We
I
still
think
have a couple of other topics to go through as well.
All right, so okay, so I'm gonna go through a bit of a history of
The history of Syko.
yeah. I mean not just Syko, like content create, like me doing content creation in general, that kind of
Right.
thing.
Right.
So I think that believe it or not, I started it back in 2014. I think it was back in October 2014.
Okay.
It was more like a last minute thingy because like I think while I was playing Gary's mod at the time, playing Prop Hunt, that kind of thing. Someone in chat just say like, hey, I'm doing a YouTube video, that kind of thing. So I was like, oh, can I join, that kind of thing. So let's just say from there, I actually like spent the whole day setting up my channel and such. So it's
For
literally
YouTube,
like a
is it?
very last minute thing. Yeah, that was for YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, so skipping forward, I actually used my real name at the time, which unfortunately I'm not gonna reveal yet.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fine. No worries.
so yeah, I had my real name on it, and then of course, fast forward to 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016. I think I had I basically played CS:GO as well. My school friends.
Okay.
And then let's just say like we have a clan. I think it was called Technobus. I know, pretty cringy name and such, but yeah, it kind of holds a bit of a special place in
When
my
you're
heart
at that
as well.
age, of course, it's like the coolest name that you can think of at that time.
It's not my idea. It's more like my childhood friend lah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, but at that age,
Yeah.
it's like anything techno or that kind of stuff. It's like sounds super cool.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, so okay, then at this point we're gonna split into 2 parts. So the first part is the Syko one lah.
Okay.
Okay, Syko was okay back then. It wasn't Syko. It was actually like I think it was Sykes or something. Yeah, I don't know why.
Sycas, okay.
So think of it as a CS:GO Elias, that kind of thing. Like
Right.
Syko, can't remember who the other CS:GO players were, but I had to. I actually ended up getting like a CS:GO Elias kind of thing. So yeah, I think first thing it was Sykes, and then after that, kind of devolved to Syko. Yeah, it wasn't just Syko. It's more like, you know, the I think that part, like, okay, that part
It,
we're
it
gonna
didn't really
probably
have
put it.
anything to do with like psychotic. Like,
Yeah, no,
you
no,
know,
it's
it was
not. It's
just the
not.
name like evolved from Psycast to something else. So like it became
Yeah,
Syko.
hang on. Not Psycho. Hang on. You know what? I'll type it out. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah, Psychus. Yeah.
Psycast, okay.
I think like I got the name from one of the motorcycle races. I think it
MotoGP?
was World SB. No, it's World SBK. I think it was Tom Sykes. Yeah, I think his name
Oh,
was
wait.
Tom
Psych, yeah,
Sykes.
Sykes, Sykes, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it
That makes
was Tom
sense.
Sykes. Yeah. So I don't know. I found his like last name pretty cool. So I'm like, you know what? Why not I put it Sykes, but instead of Sykes, I put the K capital, and then so
Yeah,
make it
make
called
it
like
cooler.
Psyches, make it sound like Psyches, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's part one. Part two, Kyza. All right.
Mhm.
Kyza. That was also another CS:GO alliance of mine, but that was fast forward to 2017, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, so believe it or not, I think like Kaiser. Okay, I found Kaiser from, of course, the German word Kaiser.
Kaiser, yeah.
Because I kind of found out Michael Schumacher, right? He had the Kaiser nickname, so I kind of
What?
had a bit of a
Serious?
word. Yeah,
Michael Schumacher had a
I believe
Kaiser
he
nickname?
had. I believe he had the Kaiser nickname, Kaiser or something. He
I've
might
never
have.
heard of that. It was always like Shumi or the Maestro
No, no, no.
or
It's like another calling of him, I believe.
Kaiser, really?
I'm
Okay.
not sure if it's true, but you might have to look it up, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, if it's true, then okay, good. We're on point. But I think like it was at the time, yeah. And then basically, it's one of those cases where same thing goes to Sykes, from Sykes to Sykes,
You're right. It just evolved.
Kaiser to Kaiza. Yeah.
It became
So
like from a German name to like a Japanese kind of spelling.
yeah, I think
Kinda,
it
yeah.
was like this. Yeah, Kaiza. Yeah. And it was actually typed like that.
Okay.
So yeah, just to probably clear up the confusion and such.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's part two of Kaiser. And then at the same year, 2017, I think I had a channel revamp at the time. So remember that Psyches thingy, right? Of course, I don't want to call myself Psyches lah. So I had a couple of days to probably think about what to rename my channel, that kind of thing. So I
Right.
ended up getting Psycho. I think it was Psycho Faz, I believe. Yeah. Okay, this
Okay.
one. Okay, Faz is actually not really my full name. It's more like a nickname, like
Yeah.
a name shortening kind of thing of my real name. But you know what? I better reveal it, of course. So yeah, back then it was Psycho Faz. So we're getting closer to the Psycho Kaiser, kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, it was Psychophas at the time, and of course during the time, and since fast forward already to 2017, 2018, that name actually continued until 2019, and then after that I literally lost my drive to do content creation, do YouTube stuff and such, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I was I still retain that name, but eventually I think eventually, like, in a couple of games, like I think the earliest one to have SykoKyza, I believe it was Honkai Ep.3. It was 2017. It was like near SPM at the time.
Right. All
So
right.
I believe it was back in November. Yeah, back when the game first opened. So I got thinking of the name that I used there. So I ended up, you know what, just combine Syko and Kaiza together. Like instead of fast, just go SykoKyza lah, that kind of thing.
You're right.
So I think like from there, I've already stamped my SykoKyza name. There, it's just not in content creation. Sorry, not in YouTube or Twitch name yet. It's more like a gamer tag
Right.
phase first.
That's how normally it always starts anyway. You use it
Yeah,
for as like your game name.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
thankfully it didn't devolve. Thankfully, it didn't devolve to XX Psycho XX. That I still think that that's the most cringiest
You'll be stuck in
variation.
like 2005 if you still had that. You know.
Back then, actually back then, I kind of, I won't say I did the XX thing. It's more like
Probably
I
your
think it
first
was
email
X.
address had something like that.
Yeah, I think my current
Yeah,
email.
exactly what Arfa said in chat now. XX Psycho guys.
No, it's not. I said SykoKyza. I think it was something X534Z. I don't know where I got this one. Honestly, it's more like 14-year-old brain. Like thinking
534Z. Okay. I'm trying to
like
think whether
that
if
kind of
that
thing.
does the
Like
number make out like it become a word, like, you know, L33
nah,
Ys
it
or
doesn't make
leap,
any
you know.
worse. It's literally random
It's
words,
just
and this was back
random
in
numbers and letters, yeah.
yeah, that was back in 2014. And I think like I'm not sure. Hey, Khan, I'm not sure Khan is here or not, but I think like the remnant of my name, that old YouTube name that I had, it still remains on my wargaming account. So yeah,
So your
I mean, at
your
this point, it's
WoW's
already been
name.
revealed. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I don't mind because like, if you want to change your name in wargaming, you have to spend 200 doubloons, I think. So you
Oh,
have to pay real money for it. So I can't afford to do that. Just to change your name, like come on. It's just
sounds like a bike name.
it's just a joke. Okay. Anyway, back to the SykoKyza thingy. I think like I started I started using it on my Twitch, I believe, yeah, in 2020. It was last year. So
So
I
that's
think
why
like
you
one of my
officially like, you know, it became like your brand name, like, in a sense.
yeah, I
SykoKyza.
started yeah, it's basically my channel. Okay, we're gonna go to the history of SykoKyza lah, not history in general. so I started I started doing on Twitch, I believe was during lockdown, I believe was May. Funny enough, the
Right.
date where I first started streaming, it was the darkest day of Malaysia. So I don't know what to
May
say with that.
13.
Yeah, May 13. So it was, I mean, to be honest, the date is fine. I mean, it's not forgettable, actually. So it's fine. All right. I think like one of my mods, Omega, he told me like just say, hey, you want to start streaming or something, that kind of thing. I mean, at the same time, of course, during lockdown, suddenly streaming kind of booms a little
Yeah, it
bit.
became really popular.
Yeah, but it's worth 13 for me. Psycho Streamversary. I don't mind. I don't mind. To be honest, it kind of shows, the psychopath, the psychopathic
Indeed.
history, probably.
Indeed. Yeah.
So yeah, and then I believe like I got set up like in probably, I'm not say a couple of hours, but more like I think within a day probably. So
Set
basically,
up
Omega
for the stream, is it?
for my first stream, basically. I think like
Right.
my first stream, if you know the clip "Long Live the King,"
Okay.
so yeah, the "Long Live the King" one, basically, if you see my overlay at the time, right? Like you don't see much improvements. It's more like I rip off somebody's overlay or something. That's actually Omega's.
That's how a lot of people start off anyway. You start off
I
with
mean,
like the
yeah,
default
that's
ones
true.
or readily
I didn't have
available.
much resources. It's more like my friend gave it to me, just said like, hey, feel free to use it. I don't mind. But eventually, after that first stream, I think I streamed Need for Speed Heat because Omega and I play it a lot. So I mean the game's pretty fine. At the moment, I have it like 100%. So I didn't really have
Okay.
any reason to play the game anymore, apart from probably car builds and such. Which honestly, nowadays I don't I don't feel like it yet. But yeah, I started off playing Need for Speed Heat, and then I think it went on for like a month, probably a month or two. I don't know. It's probably a month. So 1 month in to so after I first started streaming, of course I did some improvements and such. Um, I mean, it's only small improvements on my overlay, of course, but you know,
Yeah.
uh, I think I also did a couple of games. Neptunia was one, Rebirth one, but it's like only once, I think. And then after that, I kind of like, nah, it's okay, just wait lah for a bit. And then Honkai Impact was another one. I mean, I did play it every week because I do play the game sometimes. And then and then here comes the kind of eureka moment, that kind of thing. I was like, what do I do for what do I do to stream or something, So I think like at the time I was probably going nomad on going the nomad way of streaming. Basically just stream something for like a week, and then after that just if it doesn't produce any results, move on to something else. Like
You're trying basically, yeah, you're trying to find your groove, like, essentially. Like,
it's not just groove, it's more like finding a niche,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
So
Find out what, what people want to watch, what gels well with the the way you play the game, way you present the game while streaming.
Yeah, true. So I think like after Honkai, Honkai, I still kind of play it as well, if occasionally. But then I was like, you know what? I'll try and stream Azur Lane as well. And it just so happens that at the time, there was an event going on. I think it was like a French event, first run.
French event,
So
okay.
yeah, it was a French event. I think it was Skybound Oratorio at the time. So I believe I can't remember what date exactly it was, but I was like, you know what, take the risk, start streaming Azur Lane, stream, cover the event probably. I didn't, of course, I didn't go and just like go ham on it. It's just like, just chilling
Were
back
you
there.
already playing Azulin at that time? Like
Yeah,
before streaming it?
I played Azur Lane back in 2018.
Ah,
When it,
okay. So you've been already like playing the game for a long time lah. It's just you haven't
yeah,
streamed it yet up to
I've
that point.
started to commit. I started to commit to it back in 2019, I think. Since I know like one of my friends play it, so I'm like, you know what, I have someone to talk to, and then I ended up playing the game a bit more than usual lah.
Okay,
And
cool.
then yeah, the idea of streaming as Rolling, right? I honestly I was very skeptical of it because like you don't know much about how the community goes, and of course you're streaming it for the first time. You're literally stepping into an unknown territory, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, when I first started streaming, I mean it was kind of expected, not a lot of people came there, but at the time, there was this first raid. It wasn't the big one that I told you earlier, but it's more like, what is it? First raid from someone. Like basically, I got raided by someone, but it's a little bit small. I think it was like probably 5 viewers. Probably it's okay. I don't mind. I still remember my reaction at the time. I think his name was Shitfu's Laifu, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he first raided me at the time. I mean, he's a cool guy actually. I did talk to him like a couple of times. So yeah, he raided me, and a couple of people joined, and then after that, like some people started flocking by. I mean, not a lot, but only one or two. But
Slowly
I ended
start
up,
building up lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it somehow started building up. So so yeah, he raided me at the time, and he said like, okay, I'm gonna go off for a bit, so that kind of thing.
Yeah, normal.
And then like a couple of days after that, yeah, and then I did help like someone. I did help a couple of people at the time. Yeah, they say like, hey, can you help me with this? I just started out as early or something, and I did. I mean, it's mostly casual advice if you ask me, but it ended up working. I did tell him what to get and such, and yeah, a couple of, and yeah, that's already taken care of. And then a couple of days after that, I ended up getting raided again while I play as Lane, but this time like literally 36 viewers. I was like, what the? I think I
The
was like,
unexpected big raid,
yeah,
right?
I was at like two. I think I was at one or two viewers at the time, like live. I was like suddenly 36. I'm like, what? What just happened here? Like if you could hear my reaction at the time, I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like you could hear the panic on my my
The unexpected, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
yeah. Suddenly
definitely.
your chat goes crazy, and then you see the notifications coming up
Yeah,
on,
and then
on the
a lot
screen.
of people follow. I'm like, wow, oh my god, that's pretty nice, So that's already, oh my god, sorry. That was already like probably a bit of a boost of growth on Azure Lane. So I think like that already cemented my niche.
Yeah, you
From
found
that point
your
of time.
calling.
Yeah, I mean, I still had to build my community because like most of them, came from another streamer instead
Yeah.
of, probably coming by choice, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like it's okay at first, but the trouble, the challenge of building a community, right? I mean, eventually
Yeah.
I overcame it as well. A couple of people came by, joined in, you know.
You
Uh,
start getting the regular viewers, and then it slowly starts
yeah,
like picking up pace.
yeah, and then and then that happened. I think like at one point I did stream Azur Lane every day, and then and I was like, oh man, not saying it's super tiring. It's more like like you play something every day. Sometimes becomes a chore,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
yeah, sometimes you run out of topics on how on what to do and such, you know. So I ended up like taking a step back, probably a little bit, and just go probably explore something else in the meantime. And I think like at one point, um, Toka, I think like yeah, Toka joined from the raid, from one of the raids, I believe. I'm not sure if this is
Okay.
true. Toka might have to correct me if he's still here. Um, and let's just say he poached me into the Malaysian streamers community.
Okay. So Toka is the one who got you
Yeah,
into Malaysian
yeah, he
streamer.
did. He recruited me into the server. So yeah, it
This
was
was last
pretty.
year, was it? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still
This
last
was like.
year. A lot of things happened last year, honestly.
I mean,
I mean, this.
was it like quite
Hmm?
recent after you first started streaming in May?
No, it took me a month or two, I believe.
Okay. So you
Yeah, yeah,
joined. Yeah, you joined in after
yeah.
that.
It took me a month or two, and then after that, got to know about some of the Malaysian streamers and such in there, and yeah, it was pretty damn. It
All
was
right.
a
This stretches for
pretty nice
Xavier. Just
experience,
mention it.
And then after that, there came MSRL, the MSRL
Indeed.
saga, yes. I think like it was one of the meetups in the no, it's either one of the meetups in the server or probably one of the times I play F1, like just put in self promo, just say I'm gonna play F1 2020 or something, that kind of thing. Just first day, I actually pre-ordered the game. I mean, no regrets actually. The game is pretty fun, but but yeah, I ended up I think in one of the meetups, Dalvin kind of joined in, just saying, "Oh, you play F1 or something, that kind of thing." And
So wait,
actually,
wait. This
huh?
happened in the Malaysian streamers server, is it? So Darwin
Yeah,
was already there.
yeah, Dalvin, I think like joined after I did, probably, or maybe he was lurking at the time.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah,
but yeah, you guys like only knew about each other like through F1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically through F1 to form the league, lah, essentially.
yeah. So yeah, it's like we had mutual interests and that kind of thing. We had interests that align with each
Yeah,
other, that kind of thing. And I think like it was
that's
also at the
cool.
time where F1 2018 was free on Humble Bundle, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
so yeah, we ended up, forming the F1 league based on F1 2018 first, you know. And then, yeah, it was okay lah, honestly. I mean, I had the game, Delvin also had the game, but he had to reinstall at the time. And yeah, since a couple of other people got F1 2018 as well from Humble Bundle, so we decided to, like, you know what, just
Just make a
go,
league.
yeah, just make a league out of this. I did actually have a bit of a racing league management ish experience. It's not a big one, of course. It's more like, I think like F1, I've been through a couple of racing leagues. I think it was mostly 2018 lah.
Right.
Actually,
Okay.
yeah, it was
Prior to your
back in 20,
streaming
yeah,
days.
yeah. So it
Okay.
was, I think, okay, one of it is BRL, not Dalvin's BRL. There's another BRL, smaller one. Um, and then there's a, let's see, SRL. I don't know. I think SRL is a bit more well known, but I'm in the Asia Pacific tier lah. I mean, that one, nah, I don't know how to explain lah.
Okay.
Third one is AOC, and then yeah, I think the fourth one is Grid. Yeah, it's a Grid Auto Sport. It's more like me and a couple of my friends, that kind of thing. We play, but most of them are in Europe. One of them is in Australia, I think. I mean, it was okay, but honestly, looking back at it, like we had, let's just say we had a lot of drama. I mean, like now that I think about it, I don't really want to look back on that
Yeah.
day. It's more like a dark past-ish of racing history.
Now, I mean, now anyway, since you have MSRL, like that's like the main thing
I mean,
to
the
focus
closest
on.
one is the kure lah.
Uh,
but but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
other than that, nothing much lah, honestly. But yeah, back to MSRL. Yeah, we did find a couple of people who had F1 2018 at the time. I think it was okay, Mir, Sheesh, uh, Karaku is Mir Zombie's friend, and
Shadow.
yeah, Shadow. Get see Shadow. Yeah, a few other people as well. I think like five. Oh, IU, AEIU.
AEIU.
Yeah, I mean he's not active in the server, but he's like an
Okay.
old timer in the server lah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, IU, me, and Delve. So basically like kind of like 7 or 8 people lah already. But It started out small, but it was okay. I mean, we had some very nice moments. I do have like a highlights section of MSRL season one, so you could have a look at it as well.
On your
If you
YouTube, right?
want. No, no,
Is it
not
on
not not on
Twitch?
YouTube, on Twitch.
Twitch
Yeah.
clips. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to watch it. Like go to a bit of a history of MSRL at the time. But yeah, I mean, we had our down. Yeah, we had a bit of our down moments as well. And not drama, of course. It's more like low attendance, that kind of
Right.
thing. I think at one point we had like 3 or 4. I think like 4 lah. 4 is our least, raceable race, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if we went to 3, like we postponed for another week lah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, with just 3 people, it's like not fun anymore.
I mean, come on lah. It's already
It's
guaranteed
literally the
podium lah.
podium, unless you crash out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if we crash out, it's still a podium. So yeah. But eventually, okay, here's the thing, because like originally we were thinking of making it Malaysia only, right? But as we found out, F1's not really popular in Malaysia at the time. So, and of course, not a lot of Malaysian people play the game.
Yeah, I would say
So,
it's more of not many Malaysians play the game compared to like
yeah, I mean, a lot of
surrounding countries and stuff.
yeah, a lot of people I met who play the game is mostly European or Aussie, sometimes Aussie, sometimes, but a lot is European or the US.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think like hang on, what time was it? I think it was a couple of races after we transitioned to F1 2020, because the game just got released and Delvin belanja lah, everyone get F1 2020,
Right.
because I think because he sold one of his skins, like I think it was 300 ringgit so something.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was a knife probably, yeah, from CS:GO.
Right,
So
right.
he ended up just buying like everyone. I think it was Shadow, Mir, Sheesh, buy them F1 2020 lah, just to
Mhm.
transition to the new game. And then yeah, we ended up moving to F1 2020. I mean, the dynamics kind of changed and such. I mean, I dominated lah quite a bit of F1 2018 because I mean, I do have a lot of experience with the game, and of course Dalvin didn't have much practice at the time.
Right.
So I had the upper hand lah at the beginning of the championship. And then after getting F1 2020,
He got
the
the
whole
wheel
thing.
and all that already by that time.
No, he already had a wheel. It's just like
Oh,
that's
okay.
the 488 GTB. That one had no force feedback at all. So yeah. So he kind of like struggled, and of course disconnection wheel. Hey, it actually
Internet
happened.
connection. The
I
internet
remember it
connection
happened
issue.
in Bahrain. Like he was leading, and then we were having a ding dong battle as well.
Right.
Like I almost crashed into him as well. And then after that, like at the exit of turn 10, Bahrain, his wheel suddenly disconnected and he crashed into the wall, but didn't retire lah. It's like losing his front wing and such.
Right, right.
So I think he ended up P4. Yeah, I believe he ended up P4 and then or P3. Like Shadow also had a great debut as well. Like he got, I think he was on the verge of getting P2, but he forgot to turn down his fuel mix, and at the final corner he slowed down. Like his car auto slowed down because low fuel mode and such, and then
Yeah.
Mir took second place. I was like, it was amazing race at the time. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like going to MSRL is very very fun experience lah, I would say. I mean, we did have a philosophy of course, race for fun.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
try hard and such.
And also like just for context, like even for myself, like my first interaction, I probably mentioned this during my during MCU with Dalvin as well the other day, but basically it was like my first interaction with both Dalvin and Syko mainly took place from MSRL, because these guys, they basically convinced me. I think it was during one of the meetup sessions on the Malaysian streamers Discord, and
Was it? I think.
yeah,
Oh yeah. I
it
think
was
like
either
after
like
people- Mm.
it was either before Christmas or like around October time, maybe last year. I think it was around
Yeah.
Christmas. I think it was in like December, around there.
Yeah,
And we had the meetup session, and then
Mm.
basically I mentioned about F1, like that I was an F1 fan, and then both of you guys straight away like, hey, join us. We need more people, join us. I'm like, okay, I guess. And because F1
yeah.
2020 was on sale, Christmas. Yeah, I think it's Christmas because it was like during the winter sale basically on
Oh
Steam.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I got the game as well. And
Yeah,
yeah, from there
I
it's
think
when
I
it
think you
started.
came to my stream first probably because it was Silverstone. I think yeah, it
Yeah, I was
was
like
really
jumping around watching people stream it as well, because and at that time the Malaysian streamers wasn't as big as it is right now, so it's like
it's not
easier to like
wasn't as big, it's
spot
more like
people.
wasn't as active lah. More like there
Yeah.
were a lot of people, but most of them were not active. Of course, like everyone was like, self
No,
promo
like
and
last
stuff.
time the self promo was, you can go through and like see properly who. Now it's like you leave your self promo for like 10 minutes, and then there'll be like already like 10 new people there already promoting.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, I think yeah, MSR eventually we branch out to Southeast Asia, probably a bit of Europe, hence why Kura came, and
Yeah,
yeah, CXD as well. Uh, but yeah, I
it
think
was a
like
fun it
okay,
was a fun time. I mean, you're
yeah.
you're still active in it. I've decided to pull
Nah, I
out
mean,
basically
I've
from it. Yeah.
I've started to like step back from it for a little bit because honestly, like I mean, as much as I do love league racing and F1 as well, at the same time, streaming F1, I don't know, I just couldn't hit my niche in it. So I
Yeah.
think like honestly, if it wasn't for MSRL, I don't think I would be streaming F1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the issue that I had when I was in the league as well at that time. Like, I couldn't really get. I mean, I was not even a great racer, I guess, because I was still new to the game, so I didn't really didn't really get enough time to pick up on stuff fast. So yeah, it's like streaming
Yeah.
F1 was like, in the end, I think by the end of the season, I didn't even bother streaming. So it's like, if you needed to review any crashes and stuff, you have to like go back and see my the recording in game, because I
Yeah,
didn't stream
yeah.
it anymore already. Yeah.
No, no, but it's fine. I mean, eventually MSRL got bigger. I think like season 3 was the most one because Delvin
Yeah.
had the was it Great Finder, I believe.
Yeah. He basically like the grid expanded by, I would say, double in size, because like even while I was still active in the league, at max there was only about like 10 people, I would say, and that's on a
Oh
good day
yeah,
when everybody showed up. If not, it's
yeah.
going to be like six
Most
people
day
or
like
less.
eight,
Yeah.
seven, probably yeah, 8 or 7
Now
most
there's like
likely.
almost a full grid available.
Yeah, we have reserves. Like I don't know how many
Exactly.
people are there, but like my god, it's like super nice. Uh, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think like that's mostly my history of of my channel as
Yeah.
started off
That's
started off
cool.
on
I
YouTube
I like I
from
like that
20.
you went into it straight away, because that was like also like in my plan of like what to ask you about
No
about
lah, I
the
mean,
channel and stuff. Yeah.
I was thinking like, you know what, just while we're on the subject on it, no, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's kind of hard to explain without kind of
The
explaining a bit
context.
history of yeah. Okay, so
Wait,
what
so
next?
you started off with YouTube. So what sort of YouTube content were you doing at that time? You said you started off 2016, right? With
No,
YouTube, or
2014.
2014? So you say it was like Gary's mod?
Yes, it was Gary's mod, and then after that F1 2013, and believe it or not, I continued F1 2013 for like so many years lah. It's like 3 years probably because I was on a potato PC. I couldn't get to the next gen games, honestly. And I think
Understandable.
like
I was in
I
the situation as
was
well.
I think my PC at the time, it wasn't a PC, it's more like an all-in-one PC. It was a HP NV20.
Right.
Yeah, I mean potato lah, Intel i3, and then the GPU is like a mobile GPU, that kind of thing. So like literally like I had to turn the game down to like 720p, not medium quality, low quality lah, more like so
Mm-hmm.
it's playable, but 40 FPS at most. I never got 60, so it's like a super potato gaming, that kind of thing.
But
I
you
mean, it was
you could
okay.
still record for like YouTube to produce YouTube videos.
Yeah, and then of course editing it, and
Yeah.
fun fact, when I edit the thing, right, I had to close Chrome every time because I know Chrome is super bloated nowadays, but back then, like I had 4 gigs of RAM, and that's
Uh huh.
DDR3, so it's like quite slow as well. So I guess you could say that like editing a video, let's just say I edit like a 30-minute video, like F1, like let's say F1 lah,
Mm-hmm.
you know how long it took? 8 hours. 8 hours to
I'm,
encode the thing.
I'm not
So
surprised. Yeah, it would take that long.
no, I basically like did it late at night, and then after that just go to sleep.
Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it running, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it there. But yeah, I do remember the old days of of editing the videos. It was super bad. And then like okay, like the suffering kind of continued until like 2018, where uni and such. I somehow got to convince my dad to buy a gaming laptop.
Nice.
And actually that gaming laptop is the one that I use right now. So uh I think I'll get into the whole laptop streaming situation in a bit lah, but I think some of y'all might know what happened early in the year. But yeah, basically I think it was an ROG laptop, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a Zephyrus M, I believe. Yeah. So that's okay. It's like still performing pretty well by today's standards as well. Although I can play Need for Speed Heat like smoothly, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because cooling capacity is one thing, and then 1070, I don't know lah. But yeah, I my original plan lah was uni, since I got since I got to uni, I got to computer science. So I thought like
All right.
I thought like I could probably bluff my dad, just say like, hey dad, I might need these specs because who knows, I might be anything.
For
I mean, like,
classes, you know.
yeah, true. I mean, to be fair, I did do multimedia as well, so like it's a perfect excuse. I mean, thankfully it's there. If I don't study in computer science, of course I don't think I would have gone past that yet.
All right.
So yeah, I ended up ordering the laptop online, and then thing arrived. It was pretty fine. But yeah, my original plan for it was, of course, to edit videos, to get back onto YouTube and such. Because at the time I wasn't really active much on YouTube, because like, come on, like 4 years of no, not 4 years, like 2 or 3 years of streaming F1 2013. Like, imagine that, like
So
honestly,
the
it's like,
content was mainly just F1 2013, like, I guess.
yeah,
The YouTube
mostly F1
content.
2013,
Right.
sometimes CSGO, sometimes a couple
Right.
of
Okay.
stuff, but like eventually I was like, oh man, no, it's nothing much. But then again, like, my weak point was just plugging my stuff lah. you
Right.
know
Right.
I mean, at the time I never knew like there was a Malaysian YouTubers or Malaysian streamer server, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it was struggling lah, honestly, on that one. So yeah, I tried to get back onto YouTube, with the new gear, new laptop, um try out new games, of course, because I have like a lot of games in my library that I could not play because of my potato PC.
Yeah.
Now I just download everything and just play them all out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I think like starting at 2018, like, let's just say like it kind of died down again. I mean, I lost motivation again, because like, I don't know, being on YouTube for so long, doing I know doing what you love and such, but since you've stuck to like a game for so long, now that you have the ability to play other games and probably record it, like, I don't know, you just stepping into new territory, and then you have no idea what to do at the time.
It's sort of like a fresh start, like, in a way. You're restarting in a way
Yeah,
because you're
it's like
moving
a fresh
away
start,
from
but
the
it's like a culture shock in a way.
yeah. You're moving away from what you're familiar with or what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, definitely. So it's so yeah, I ended up like not getting fully into YouTube after that, and then eventually I lost my drive to edit videos and such, because
Right.
I feel like my editing skill, I mean, I know I could probably improve, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I don't know how to lah, honestly. So yeah, it was a bit of a heartbreaking story lah on YouTube, because like I've been there for like 3-4 years, and
Yeah.
then
Now even longer. Yeah.
and then after that it's just poof like that. So
But is it still something that you plan to pursue moving forward? I mean, like now, since, I mean, of course, your main thing is Twitch, so you're doing live streaming mostly, but for like clips or for like separate videos or separate, like, different set of games that you're like
right,
that you want to
for
play and make
separate
playthroughs.
videos. Oh, I did actually have like really long thought about this because like
Mm-hmm.
ever since I got to Twitch, I stream as well. But like sometimes I think like at the same time like you edit your videos and then at night you stream. It's like it kind of consumes a lot of your time, lah. Honestly.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, I do wish I have an editor and such, But then again, I don't have the capacity to pay people to do it, lah.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, understandable.
so it's like, so I'm kind of stuck in here, lah. Um, but honestly, I did edit one clip from my Twitch and I uploaded it onto YouTube. I edited like in a shitpost kind of way, that kind of thing. I think it was Long Live the King, but I edited it like 20 seconds. The video was 20
That was
seconds.
like that was a car crash or something, was it?
Yeah, it was from Need for
Right?
Speed. That was my
Right,
first
right,
stream.
right, right. Okay, I
Yeah,
remember
that
that.
was
Yeah, I
for
did see that.
my first
Yeah.
stream. Yeah. So I edited that clip. I literally it was like a month ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was a month ago. I was like, you know what, just go edit shitposts and such. Whatever happens, happens. That kind of thing. I did ask Kree as well, like, hey, can you check my videos up to see it's okay? And he was like, right, that's nice. you know. And yeah, I ended up uploading it. I mean, a couple of people were surprised. It's like, hey, Syko back. I think Dalvin was one of the commenters. I mean, he subbed to my channel. I think like while I was streaming in Twitch lah. And
Right,
he
right.
discovered that my YouTube was there, right? And it's like, oh, Syko back, like that kind
Back
of
on
thing. It's
YouTube.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. But honestly, like after that, I mean, like I said, I still haven't recovered from the I still haven't recovered from the lack of drive editing the videos.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
I honestly my only choice that I can think of at the moment is just hire an editor somewhere lah, but limited to like short clips and such.
Yep, yep.
So yeah.
Have you okay, this
huh?
is sort of like going on a tangent, I guess. I mean, it's still related, but have you ever considered streaming on YouTube or even Facebook? Considering that,
I
that's
think like once I did back then. It was New Year's 2017, but then again on Potato PC you
on
can't lah.
YouTube, is it?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Ah,
I
okay.
remember. I still remember. Like it was either World of Warships or
Right.
Broforce. I think. Yeah, we were
Broforce,
celebrating New
okay.
Year's. Yeah. Now it wasn't when I met Kree lah at the time. But it was when I played with my other friend as well. But I did stream it once. I mean, it was laggy, of course. Specs such didn't really play into my favor.
Yeah.
So I didn't consider streaming. Honestly, I didn't consider streaming at all up until 2020. Like
Right.
2020, like I heard one of my friends in one of the servers I'm in, like basically all his close friends.
Mm.
Like he started streaming on Facebook,
Ah, okay.
and I asked him like how's the streaming and such, like it was fun, and then that kind of kicked up my drive, like just like, you know what, why don't I try streaming for a little bit, just see what could go wrong. I mean, honestly, yeah, like I have this mindset of if you want to try out things, well, just ask yourself what could go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you won't know until you give it a try.
Yeah, true.
Belum cuba, belum tahu.
That's,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
literally what it is.
indeed. So I think like that's how I got into streaming and such. I mean, but of course I did go through it with low expectations. I don't really expect anyone. I mean, even if I did, it's
Right.
mostly my friends, like Phantom, and like a couple of my IRL friends are basically.
Right,
It was
right.
okay. It was pretty fine. But yeah, eventually I had to move out. As I move forward, find my own community and such.
Yeah.
I mean, build my own community, pretty much. But yeah, thank God it did bear fruit. I did have like a very lovely community.
Yeah.
In the server
Yeah,
as
a
well.
strong
Guys as
ongoing
well.
community, especially from your Azul lane, I guess. That's like
Oh yeah.
that's like the rock that is stabilizing the whole SykoKyza.
Yeah, definitely lah, honestly. But I think like I said in the early part of the stream earlier, I did have a bit of a problem with the other side of the Azure Lane
Right,
community.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
not my own, but rather the other side, more like I feel like, let's say, other content creators, I feel kind of underappreciated by the community sometimes, like because like it's been like 1 year or something. Honestly, as much as I don't want to, expect something big, or let alone expect anything, just stream whatever you like and
Mm-hmm.
whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, exactly.
But it kind of got to me at one point, yeah, yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Not really yesterday. It's more like early morning today.
Okay.
so, so yeah. I mean, for a couple of times already. I mean, I saw like one or two streamers who, streamers who I met as well, like, as a viewer, and then after that started streaming, and then suddenly they got the jump pretty high eventually. Well, I'm not sure if it was timing, because like one of the other streamers as well that I recently met, like he streams probably 1 hour earlier than I do, but or probably at the same time as I did on my previous schedule where I
Mm-hmm.
did it like 1 hour earlier. Uh, but yeah, I kind of got so it kind of got to me honestly, because like I was like, oh my god, how long have I been doing this? And then like, why? What have I done wrong? Yeah, it's kind of like you asking yourself, like, what have I done wrong? Like, is it because
Right.
of my voice? Is it because of my content? That kind of thing. So
But no, I mean,
I
to be fair, it's like you
uh
already have, from what I can see. I mean, when
mm,
I jump in on your stream and stuff, you already have a sort of structure that you've already set up, and you already have the community who is used to that structure. So I think
yeah,
definitely
I
there's still chance of
understand.
you, definitely is still there's still a big chance that you're going to pull in more people as well, because they look at how you are running your stream, especially with the songs and the other videos and stuff running in the background, and you're also constantly in communication with chat as well. So I'm sure
Yeah,
that's like a
yeah.
big pull factor. Yeah.
That's true. Nah, it's just that I'm probably expecting a little bit too. Like I said, I'm probably expecting a little bit too much, honestly, given how long I've been streaming there. Like it's already a year. So like I was like, why?
Actually,
Like
okay.
why
Have
now? Should
you
be,
have
yeah.
you ever considered becoming a VTuber then?
Ah,
Since
oh, that's an interesting one, right?
because yeah, because
Uh,
I believe like most, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a lot
uh
of these games, especially like Azule and Honkai and all that, a lot of the other streamers who play the games as well, like they have like the avatar and stuff, right? Like they're basically VTubing, right?
right. Okay, so this is a little bit of a long, I would say super long history, like the history of SykoKyza or something. But um, okay, I did debate on it at one point. It was more of how do you say this? Okay, it was more of at the time where I didn't grow much. I mean, I was on single digits still,
Right.
so I was kind of considering my options at the time, and at the time I didn't have my avatar that you see on the screen right now.
Yeah. This is quite recent, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
Yeah, it was earlier this year, I believe. So at the time, right, I was having a little bit of let's just say brand identity crisis, that kind of thing. I mean, I never, I rarely have that, but it was getting to me like at some point. So
Right.
so yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, I honestly don't have a brand identity except for that logo that I did, you know. So like I literally went a bit of on a bit of a journey, like just to think like what should I associate myself with? I mean, if I were to become a full time isolation streamer, see, like um, I've told you this before, right? Like I did at one point stream Azurlane every day, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, I feel like the logo that I made is just not really screaming Azur Lane, is it? So it's more like a universal kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Is
yeah,
like I mean, sort of like the logo that I have. Basically, it's literally a logo. It doesn't really represent a particular game or a particular
yeah,
niche in a way. Yeah.
it's more representative of a person. So
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I was like, oh man, if I do have to stream Azur Lane every day, right? Like, should I even change up the logo? But if I did, right, like I feel like this thing would go on again. So about the VTubing thingy, right?
Yeah.
Like I did consider it, but at the same time, like I couldn't find like what appearance do I have to go with. Because even if I were to design my character, I mean, honestly, I kind of have a bit of a low esteem kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, if I were to give someone like how I would look and such, I feel like, oh man, I look generic. It doesn't scream that kind of like what
Generic isn't
makes
bad though.
Psycho. I know generic isn't
Generic is
bad.
fine.
I know
Yeah.
I know I know generic isn't bad, but here's the thing, like if you want to probably stand out, right? Like this is probably my take on this thing, lah. But like I know like you can probably color your hair and such in your VTubing thingy, but I think like sometimes I think my creativity is quite limited at some point. It's more like when it comes to like appearance or probably describing something, like I
Mhm.
might probably go on a Togi road, that kind of thing. Just go U-turn, that kind of thing. So I don't know.
Right,
I feel
right.
like it's more of if I were to, let's say, like take off the helmet lah or something, I'm still thinking, like to this day, I'm still thinking like if I were to open up my helmet, like right, so if I were to open up my helmet, right, like my avatar,
Yeah.
what would I look like? Yeah, it's like
No, but you
it's
could
not
you could have a
literally
VTube
saying, yeah.
VTube
No.
what do you call it, like
I
animation
have
with the helmet on.
no. Hang on. I still haven't gotten there because like this was at the time where I didn't think about the helmet yet.
Right, right,
So
okay.
so yeah, like at first I was thinking like no helmet and such, as normal face, that kind of thing, but at the same time I didn't I couldn't think of what to put as my appearance and such, because it's not, I don't know, I couldn't think of anything at the time. So I left the VTubing debate. I just said like, you know what, even though I did consider it, but at the moment I don't have like I don't have the full requirements of what to what to take on it. So yeah, that was probably left a bit in the dust up until like earlier this year, where uh what is it, where I kind of started designing helmets back then. Where I kind of started designing helmets a little bit,
Yeah,
like I
yeah, yeah.
feel the drive from it.
I remember seeing the images that you put up as well
Yeah,
for
yeah.
F1, right? You were doing it for the game as well.
Yeah, it was more like a personal project, that kind of thing. So yeah, the template is already there, and I mean I did do it for like a couple of years, but it's like I said, it's more like a personal project, that kind of thing, and of course racing league, and
Yeah, exactly.
gotta have that
You
immersion.
got to stand out. You got to stand
Yeah,
out from the other races. Yeah.
yeah, that is true. So I think I started the helmet design, back in 2016, and of course fast forward right now, like uh, yeah, I did. I was thinking like, while I tried to push myself to design like one of the helmets or something, I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't I try and make a helmet design out of this, and then probably do it my avatar.
Mm.
So that's how my avatar came to be, like the one
That's
you're
what you
seeing on
see right
screen
now
at the
on
moment.
stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, in all honesty, like I could have gone ham on the design, but I also kasihan lah my artist. I also
Yeah.
like feel a little bit guilty of my artist as well, because because like if you see like my design back then, uh, it was a little bit complicated, especially at the top. At the top part, it was quite complicated. So I did some. I would say did some research. It's more of uh, yeah, it's more of just thinking like what designs to put, and then after that I resorted to this lah. I did have a bit of a community vote where like what
Yeah, I
color
remember
scheme,
that.
yeah, what color scheme should I put? Yeah, yeah, you were there right at the
Yeah.
time. And then like, after that, yeah lah, I eventually got to this lah. So I also met one of my I also met my current emote artist, yeah, and also my current mod as well, Snowy Sushi.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I did ask her to draw some of the sub emotes, because like at the time when I had affiliate for the first time, right? That was from another artist, and then of course that was my OC, that was my one of my created new characters. It was from a novel that I did back then. It was just before I started streaming as well. So
Okay.
yeah, I had a bit of a writing block, and then after that I started with streaming lah. But that's for another time lah, I guess. So yeah, that when I
But
had
yeah,
that sub
to
emote, yeah, when I had that old sub emote, not this one that you're seeing right now, right? When I had the old one, I was like, okay, it's fine, like it looks okay, it's pretty nice. But eventually, I did have to like ask myself, like, does that look like unique to you or something? Do people know like who she is and such? I know like I know that she's my OC, but I don't think anyone else would know. Like, it's probably looking like a random girl, just screaming baka and such. you know. So that's why I changed it up. I changed it back. So I removed it.
Mhm.
Although I do keep the original file still. But yeah, that's why I changed it to my avatar currently. And I guess rest is history. I've already sorted out my kind of brand identity crisis, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but yeah, if you ask me right now, right, like what, like if I were to do VTubing, right,
Mhm.
I would consider it honestly because I already have the character, so might as well go to the
Yeah,
next
you
step.
sort of like already have the assets, it's just making
Yeah,
the
it's just
animations for it, I guess.
yeah, it's
In a
just
way,
the
yeah.
rigging part, probably the full avatar because that the one sorry because the avatar right now is actually chibi, so
Right, yeah.
if you were to make it full size is I would say it's a little bit tough, but
But there are
yeah.
VTubers who use like chibi avatars as well. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I've
they
seen it
are,
before.
but
Yeah.
yeah, they are,
It'll
but
basically just be like, like they'll be jumping up and down. It won't be as animated as you see, like, the 3D
yeah, it's more
animation with
like
the hair
PNG.
movement and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's more like PNG tuber lah, that kind of thing. I
Right.
don't know. I feel like if I were to do VTubing, I guess it's more like a personal preference.
Yeah.
I feel like full body lah. Not chibi, but if push comes to shove, I might probably put in put in that chibi avatar or something. I don't mind. I could probably go either way.
Yep.
So yeah, but and then of course financial because like as you know, sorry if y'all don't know what the cost of live 2D rigging
Yeah, I
is,
know. There's
it
a lot of additional
it's
stuff you need to get.
yeah, it's actually a couple of $100.
Yeah.
And I mean if it's a full size VTuber avatar, I believe it could be like 400 or something. Depends on the rigging punya artist lah.
Yeah.
And
I,
that doesn't even cover the commission from
yeah,
the
exactly. This is just
illustrator.
for the like the
That's just
software, I guess.
for the movement, for the rigging and such. That's it.
Yeah, I
It's
actually
only
had
for
this
the
conversation with
aspect.
Cree actually quite recently. Also, we were talking about this
Oh
as well.
yeah, it was No
And
Man's Sky, right?
I
Like
think so. Yeah, No Man's Sky or maybe it was Power Wash. I can't recall. It's like
no, it was No Man's Sky. I still remember.
uh
Because I think I was there. You were with Khan as well, so y'all were talking a bit about YouTubing, right?
yeah. Because he mentioned about it as well, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like I've seen VTubers. Like, of course, for me, like if I think about VTuber, the first person that comes to mind is Code Miko lah, because that's like the famous, I guess, or the most how to say, the most trendy VTuber in a sense. Like, YouTube, if you see that, some randomly her videos will pop up. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like to me, it's like that was my initial impression. But then Cree introduced me to the world of VTubing, and then I
Oh
was like, oh
no!
okay. And I was like,
Did
wow,
you
okay.
fall
There's like
into the
a
rabbit hole by any
there's
chance?
a there's a whole like
Huh?
variation to all this. I
No, no.
almost did. He sent me a couple of videos, and I did like take a look, but then yeah, I stopped myself before like going even further.
Oh no! Oh god, you almost fell.
Yeah.
God damn it. Cree, you have to do it again. No lah.
But no, I
It's
mean
okay.
it's pretty cool, especially something. I mean, yeah, it's something that you can consider later on. Like, I guess once like you have the proper resources and stuff to like
Yeah,
to see whether
but
it's
at the
something that you can.
moment, I don't. I honestly don't feel the need to. I
Right,
mean,
right, yeah,
honestly, my voice is kind of enough. I don't know.
yeah.
At the moment, my voice is kind of enough. I mean, I
You
would.
have, I mean, okay. To be honest, you have a good podcast voice. I would say
What?
it's like
Do
an
I?
podcast announcer voice. Yeah,
Wait. Do I? Actually, I don't know because
you
like.
do.
Oh shoot! No,
I
because
would
like.
say, I would definitely say you do because you. I mean, it's very clear and crisp, which is what's needed. For like having conversations, like long conversations and stuff, like what we're having right now.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's true.
it's something that you could also consider as well if you want to, I don't know, as you learn podcast, if there's
Nah,
if there's any such
I
thing like
cannot lah.
that.
I cannot lah. I mean, okay, you might have piqued my interest on that one, but
Yeah,
at the
belum
moment,
cuba belum
like,
tahu.
hey, I know lah, belum cuba belum tahu, but still, like, I don't know, I'm still thinking about it for a little bit because like, I mean, honestly a lot of these stuff I've just thought about it like right now as we speak. So yeah, I mean like if
Something
it's
to
like a sort of
consider.
thing, yes, it really is something to consider. But honestly, like if I were to talk about what I kind of need to fix at the moment, it's just like, okay, first of all, long pause, and then you know trying to keep up with the topics and such, uh and yeah, you do notice that I stutter a lot sometimes, just because like my brain's just like
Not really.
what to
Not
think.
really.
Oh really? Yeah, no,
Not
because
really. No.
I don't know, because I kind of have a bit of a high standard when it comes to streaming. It's more like let's say a performance, right? Like you have to kind of give it all if
Yeah,
you would
exactly.
stutter a little bit or something, and at a frequent rate, especially like you're
No,
not.
but
You
the,
have
the
to,
the way I would say is that you have the you're a good storyteller, I would say.
oh.
Because you have like you give the descriptions. It's like what I don't know if you know Jax. You might have heard him or seen him
Oh,
on my
wait,
streams.
Jack's
Jax FL.
what's your cousin in?
He's my cousin actually. He's super good in terms of like talking, like
Mm-hmm.
just like talking and like giving a very engaging story. Like you get hooked into what he's saying. And
Oh,
I always tell
right,
him like, you
right.
know what, you need to find the time because he's also still studying now lah. But you need to find the time. You need to like start your own podcast, man. It's like definitely you can get the viewership because he has that sort of pull. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely something that you can consider as well. Um, I think yeah, because we are almost hitting 2 hours right now, so there's still a couple of other things that I want to just go through with you quickly as well. I
No,
don't
it's
want
okay.
to
It's the
drag it
weekends.
too.
All right, it's the weekends. I can probably no. I mean, like I've slept like quite late, honestly, earlier. So, like I don't mind like carrying to probably to 1 a.m. unless if you have something to do
I
tomorrow.
yeah, I have a early day
Ooh,
tomorrow, so that's why.
ooh, right. Never mind, never mind, never mind.
but
Okay, okay, come on, go,
but no,
go
actually
ahead.
the other main thing that I wanted to also talk to you about is something that's very close and dear to both of us. I would say F1.
I knew it. I knew it. Okay, right. Come
Okay,
on,
what
hit me
what
up.
since you already said that you were Michael Schumacher fan, so I assume you
No,
watch.
honestly, no. I'm not. I'm honestly like even though I did mention Michael Schumacher, not
Uh-huh.
saying I'm not a fan of it. It's just as I'm not a fan of him. It's more of a neutral standpoint because like in F1, honestly, I actually maintain like quite a neutral standpoint. You see, sometimes I do criticize Hamilton. Sometimes I kind of defend him as well. But
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's kind of a it's kind of a circumstance by
So
sorry.
so so wait, that means in that
Yeah.
case, were you watching F1 during the Michael Schumacher era? Like
Uh,
basically my question was that is did you get hooked into F1 via the game first? Like I think you started with F1
I
2013
think
first, right? Or did you start watching F1 first?
okay, it was 2012. F1 2012
The
was
game.
the game that I hooked on
Ah,
first.
okay.
But in terms of F1 in general, honestly, okay, y'all might mock me for this, but I started watching F1, though albeit not entirely the full season because throughout the whole year I did have something to do at the time. So, I think it was 2014. I know.
Why would we mock you? 2014 is still
No, no,
quite
dude,
long.
dude,
It's
dude,
like
dude,
7 years now,
dude,
yeah.
dude. I know it's 7 years ago, but still, all right. Do remember that was at the point where the Mercedes
I
domination
mean, yeah, it's a
started.
Mercedes era already lah, at that point.
You do know lah. The state of F1 fans right now. They say like if you watch F1 in 2014, your opinion is invalid. That kind of thing. So,
If you
you
go
know,
on the subreddit, then yeah, probably it's
yeah,
gonna be
lah, I
like that.
mean, hey, I did go through some of the old races as well, right? So, you know,
Yeah, the classics.
so it's fine. I mean, I
Kree
don't.
said he went to sleep and came back and we're still talking. Yes, Kree.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
why
we
did you
do.
go to sleep so early? You should have just stayed around, man.
It's okay. He might have been tired. Okay, I do
Just
understand.
kidding, just kidding.
Uni life do be sucking out his life. All right.
Indeed.
But yeah, uh, I did start watching F1 in 2014. Although I do know of F1 when the game started. I think when F1 2012 was on. Funnily enough, I kind of cough pirated the game cough cough. Yeah, I
At that
did.
at that age, it's like, you know,
I mean,
I'm not
you kind of
promoting it
have
or
to.
anything, but yeah, at that point of time, if your parents aren't really
Yeah, I
willing
mean, don't worry.
to,
I already own the game proper, right? Come on. So, so it's fine. Okay, it was in the past anyway, so it's fine. All right. But yeah. In terms of watching F1, real F1,
hmm
it's in 2014. It was, I think, like one of my cousins or something. He basically, like, we were in the car like with my mom, and my auntie as well. Like, he basically told me like, "Hey, look at F1. It's like, what the fuck are these noses? I'm like, what the fuck? Like 2014 regulations, the noses look so phallic, like looks like
Right.
penises or something. Yeah, basically, I was like, oh my god, that looks horrendous. So I don't know why it kind of intrigued me to watch
The
F1.
phallic noses intrigued you into
Yeah, I was
F1,
like,
right?
I wonder how they perform at the time. It's just like looking and just want to laugh at it. But eventually, I kind of fell in love with F1. I
Do
mean,
you have a particular driver or team that you do support? I know that you're neutral on most grounds, but is
all
there a
right,
particular
okay. So back
driver or
then,
a team? Yeah.
of course, that nationality bias thing you go on. So it's of course I'm Mercedes back then. But yeah, eventually,
Why
like,
nationality bias? Oh, because Petronas. Right, right,
Petronas. I mean,
right, right.
nationalism. Yeah. So
Okay.
Petronas so. So yeah, I supported Mercedes, and funnily enough, it came to a point. It came at the time where they started dominating. So I would say it's bad timing, but it's more like But then again, in 2012 also I play as at Mercedes as well. Sometimes Michael Schumacher, sometimes Nico Rosberg as well. So
Right.
it's more of a nationality bias rather than bandwagoning. So yeah lah. I did support Petronas I did support Mercedes as well, mostly because of Petronas. Probably until now as well. But along the years, I did find some very interesting teams as well to support. I think
You had
like right now,
interesting drivers like Kimi.
yeah. Right now
Wow.
it's more of midfielders. Yeah, more of like a midfielders support. I think it's a close one between McLaren and Alpine.
McLaren and Alpine. Okay.
So I mean, for this year lah,
Right.
McLaren or Alpine. Honestly, I don't
Because of the
really.
drivers? Like because of Norris and
uh,
Ricardo
I
or
mean, yeah, mostly the drivers. I mean, Alpine is more of because of Renault. I mean, I do like their color scheme. They do stand out.
right, right, yeah. The way the car
Yeah, and
looks.
then the fact that back in 2018 when I watched it full time as well, like they were the top of the midfielders. So like it's pretty nice to look at their progress. I mean, 2019 they kind of fell back, so it's not.
Yeah, they had quite a bit of a slump.
Yeah,
2019
and
going into
then
2020.
2020, yeah, 2020 was the best year. So I'm like, yay, go Renault, go 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 go, that kind of thing. you know. But yeah, as of now,
So
yeah, it's
yeah,
I think it's more to McLaren rather than Alpine.
okay.
But I think
McLaren,
like mostly
unfortunately, they seem to be losing out to Ferrari. Like, at least in the past two races, I think. That's why now
Mhm,
Ferrari overtook them already in the
mhm.
constructors. But who knows? These last three tracks, anything can happen.
No,
But
lah,
yeah, I
honestly,
wanted to ask as well. What any thoughts about the season so far that you have?
ooh, the season is so spicy, I tell you.
Indeed,
I mean,
both on
okay,
and off the track.
yeah, true. I mean,
Actually
now that the
earlier,
stewards
just
rejected,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got rejected,
yeah,
right? So
yeah,
yeah,
stewards rejected the request for right of review, right? So,
yeah,
this season honestly is one of the best seasons I've watched. I mean, of course,
agreed.
2018, 2014, and of course 2016. We had some kind of spicy moments and such. So I do
I
like
don't
it.
think it's been as spicy or as happening.
Yeah. I mean, like 20.
Over the
21 was
past
the
like
most. Yeah, 21 was the most happening of the V6 turbo hybrid era.
yeah.
So so yeah, I mean, like if I were to pick a side, I would love for Hamilton to get his eighth title. I mean, I don't have a grudge against Michael Schumacher, of course, but I do like seeing people, what is it, make history, of course.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what Michael said before. Records are there. Records are meant to be broken. That's why they're there.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know. Probably some people thought like I, I licked. Was it? I
Special
licked
favor.
his ass or something, that kind of thing. But honestly, I'm more of enjoy the race as it happens. Every overtake, appreciate it because sometimes it might not happen. That kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's why I stay neutral on the thing. So that's why I stay neutral on F1. I mean, honestly, as much as I mean, this is kind of the cold hard truth, really. I mean, as much as there's not much wheel to wheel action as there was probably in 2010, 2012, 2013. Um, I feel like even in the midfield, they have their own story, that kind of thing. So they have their own story. They have to achieve like their goals and such. So when you see them suddenly, when you see like the camera suddenly panning over to the midfield in your battle, you know, I knew there was gonna be something special in there. you know, so yeah, think of it
It's more
as
closer, I would say. Like the entire grid is more like there's fights happening all around. If not previously, it would have been, if the fight at the top two were already settled and it's just like a train until the end, and then there might
yeah
be a
lah.
couple of fights in the midfield, and the last one nobody cares. It's like
Yeah,
nothing's
yeah, yeah.
happening there.
Honestly, like people say, like a lot of people say, like amateur wins are it's boring. I'm like, nah, fuck off. Because you don't get to see people at the back. Like I said, they have their own stories or something. Think of it as
Yeah,
like, what is it?
you
Okay,
only
think
keep
of it
getting
as
lance trolled.
yeah, think of it as is like I would say philosophy, more like a quote or something. Like of course, everyone is a protagonist of their own lives, that kind of thing. So, like you get to see the battles on track. Probably some circumstances happen here and there before, so that might have probably led to
Yeah,
led to what
led to
happened.
incidents.
Yep. So yeah, think of it as I'm more of if someone wins and probably someone I don't like. I mean, it's fine lah. I don't really mind. But as long as the battles go on, be it like on track action, probably pit strategies, or probably some defensive moves, or probably questionable defensive moves or something. It's fine. Like I do find some races entertaining, although yeah, I do have some races where I actually fell asleep.
Yep, we
I
heard the
think I
snoring.
think like no, the snoring was because of
Oh, that was
because
quali, was it?
yeah, that was
That is
qualifying.
quali. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, never mind. Mexico race, I did fall, I did fall asleep. No, because I was rooting for like, come on, Hamilton or something, catch up to Verstappen, just battle it out, lah. Like Brazil was honestly amazing. I don't care if he has like a new ICE or something, but like it makes the championship really spicy. You know.
Yeah, and I think like moving forwards as well with the final three tracks, especially Qatar being a track that
Yeah,
most of the drivers, I think only
like you
only
said.
two people in the current grid have actually driven on Qatar. One of them is Perez, another one is Mazepin.
Oh
They've actually
my.
driven in Qatar before, like many years
Oh yeah,
back.
yeah, GP2. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's like only two people have actually driven there, and Jeddah is like a completely new track. Who I still don't know whether they can actually complete in time. It's probably going to be like half the pit there still, not ready yet or what. But I tell you, I
I think grandstand would
looking
not be there.
looking at the track, yeah, definitely. I don't think they have enough time. But looking at the what do you call it? They have they released like the game version. I think it's like the view in game, right, for
Mhm.
Jeddah. Honestly, I have a feeling only like half the grid is going to make it to the end of the race. Looking at because it is a track. It looks very similar to Singapore,
Uh-huh.
and the fact that it's going to be super slippery with the new tarmac. I have a
Oh
feeling there's
yeah,
going to be
definitely,
plenty
yeah.
of incidents happening there.
I mean, there might be, but honestly, like given how Baku first happened, I'm not saying Baku is a
But Baku
bad.
was ready in time. They cured. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
track was
they were
cured
already
and was
time,
like,
but
yeah.
I mean, like when it comes to the track conditions, I mean, like
Right.
you said that the track conditions are kind of treacherous and such, but in Baku at the time it wasn't really that way. So I was kind of afraid. I'm actually kind of afraid that another Baku would happen. So people would be very cautious or something on the track.
Yeah.
You know, I would like them to probably push. Or probably. I don't know. I do hope they make a Turkey out of this. Turkey 2020, literally be chaos. you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's
honestly,
the
I
last three races are
I
definitely
think Jeddah.
something to
I
see.
think Jeddah might be able to. So I think the track in Jeddah might be able to be completed, but something tells me there might be a bit of a controversy going on.
Definitely.
As in, I don't know. I heard something about the FIFA 2022, the World Cup. I think they built the stadium, but I don't know what happened. But I don't know. Some people say like their how do you say this? Like labor issues was it? I don't know. Like I haven't heard the full story, but it might be labor issues and such.
There's
But
the whole human rights thing and all that
yeah,
going
there,
on.
there,
Yeah.
there might be. I believe there might be because like probably at the rate they're going or something there, there is a chance someone probably would what is it? Someone probably would bring that up. Okay, apa kejeda ni bodoh lah.
Oh wait,
Wait.
Arfael, I think sound alerts they are not gonna play on stream because it's a podcast stream anyway, so it's like it's
Yeah.
interrupting a bit. That's why.
Peluku here, Dalvin.
Yeah, I know. That's why I saw right on time.
You missed the MSRL
Apa
side,
kejada ni?
you know. So you
I
kind of
can't refund sound alerts, Arfael.
Nah, no refund.
Unfortunately, no refund.
It's capitalist stream.
Yes.
Okay,
once not once broken, but once used, considered used. I don't know what I was going for there.
Once you pay, no refund. Sorry.
Yeah, no refunds.
Hello there. Okay, there you go. You happy now, Arfo? You want me to make it? Yeah, you want me to make the sound for you? Hello there.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I can make it properly, honestly, but
yeah, going back to F1, I would say that these last 3 races are definitely not to miss. I have a feeling even between Hamilton and Verstappen, there's definitely going to be a DNF. For either one of them, and I have a feeling it's likely going to be in Jeddah, because Qatar is a new track. They're going to take time to get used to it, but it's not as demanding, or it doesn't look as demanding as.
Honestly, Qatar, I would say Red Bull might take it, because okay, I might probably be judging this from FP1, but even though there are long straight, even though there's a massive straight, like in the start finish straight, other parts of the corners are actually pretty windy, so I might need high downforce, and I think Red Bull probably would be better suited to the track.
So it's just that first
Who
corner.
will wait? Hey,
First
Delph,
corner action.
Use that channel point thingy, like, come on, it's not expensive, you know. It's only 50 points.
Did he put a question?
No, he.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Dal wasn't here just now when I mentioned it. But yeah, you can use channel points to submit questions as well. Ask MCU. Submit questions for Syko to answer.
Yep. It's only 50 points. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely. I know, right?
Okay. Moving on, I guess. So yeah, that pretty much covers F1 and your thoughts on F1 right now, the season right now. So I guess the other thing that I did want to also ask you about, since we did tap on Malaysian streamers Discord earlier, you are a mod on the Discord channel. How has your experience been so far being a mod on that channel?
Right.
Because that channel, from what I can see, it has like exponential growth in the past like 3 months, I would say. It's like crazy amount of new people have joined recently. How has that experience been?
Okay, so far the experience is pretty, it's okay. I mean, I do find it fun, honestly, because like I do find myself enjoying, talking to other Malaysians, of course, and streamers as well. We get to share our thoughts, and such, and probably kind of shit around the server.
Right.
That kind of thing. Do you actually want me to probably cover a bit of what happened, like how
not really controversial, just like your thoughts, I guess, on what is it, because we are running out on time a little bit as well right now.
Yeah. I mean, like, my thoughts, honestly, overall, I got to meet like quite a lot of people. I mean, if I were to mention some, let's see, Echo, let's see, Dini, Rhea, what is it, Jazin. I don't know. I have like a lot of people to mention, so I think like since we're running out of time, so I would like to mention some of them now. Of course, Caillou, Stoka, and a couple of others as well, right? So, I'm actually glad to be active in the community. People we get to know each other. Get to network and such. I think like honestly, like what's lacking in like quite a lot of Malaysian streamers in the server. Some of them like only self promo in there, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I would say that what they're missing out on is just actual conversation. As in, like, how do you say it? Like, people wouldn't care if you don't interact with them, of course. So it's kind of like, you're not there unless if you talk to them, probably be involved with their activities alongside, that kind of thing. So
yeah, I mean, just going into the general chat itself is like entire storylines are taking place there, you know. Especially if you don't go in like after a day or so, and then you can see, wow, okay, there's a lot that happened. You know?
Look. I know peeps are introvert and such, but honestly, I don't see that as an excuse to
Need to bonk.
I don't see that as an excuse to to not interact in the chat, because like as a content creator, right, like you would be you will literally be in the center of the community, right? And sorry,
True.
center of your own community.
Yeah, true.
And then at the same time, in order to build the community, of course you have to have communication and such, you know. You have to communication, aligned interests, that kind of thing. So I'm not downplaying any introverts here. I mean, I am one IRL myself, but because streamer persona and such, right? So I would say that you should know full well like what you are gonna expect while you stream. I mean, I do know some people some viewers probably enjoy silent streams, but most likely because they're working and such, So it's mostly like looking purposes. But
Yeah.
in general, like in order to build your own community, you have to be very entertaining. You have to not say
You have
very
to have the
entertaining,
interaction.
you have to interact, entertain people, like that kind of thing. It's like you go to Friday night, you go to like a Friday night thingy, like comedian night, like if you don't entertain, like of course people don't know you and such, and you're not memorable lah, that kind of thing. How dare you, Psycho? I have severe anxiety. Oh, shut up. I'm not saying you don't, but I do know, like, in game, you were super mad. Anyway, entertainers.
But yeah, if
I
anybody
did
here
not
is a streamer as well, you can get into contact with Syko if you're not in the Malaysian streamers Discord to get into the streamers Discord, I guess. Or also click on the tag on my profile right now on Twitch as well.
Yeah,
you can get the Discord link there.
Yeah. But honestly speaking, like a lot of Malaysian streamers are lacking in interaction with networking and such.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, yeah. Since you brought up the point about networking, I mean, we have the occasional meetup sessions, like the virtual meetup sessions, right? Like usually, because as from what I can see, usually happens like during a certain holiday period and so on. Why not make it like this? Is just a suggestion. Why not make it like a monthly thing? Like set a particular day, like like the third Saturday of every month or something like that, but set a particular day, and then everybody knows that, oh, you know what, if I want to talk to someone, want to like interact or network, basically, that's the day you can join on with other Malaysian streamers as well, and then like do like the normal stuff lah. Like you've literally ran that thing for like 12 hours if I'm not mistaken. Like,
no.
overnight thing, right? So
Yep.
it's like, doing something like that, but so because you guys had so much to talk about, so and it's like built up over the course of so many months. So instead of doing that, maybe like have a monthly sort of thing, and then that might help with the networking as well.
Right. Okay.
Just a suggestion.
I'll probably ask the other mods as well. Probably suggestion. But yeah, I mean, like honestly speaking, about the meetup, it's more of like an on-call kind of thing. I wouldn't say on-call as in suddenly, oh, we have a meetup, that kind of thing. It's more of like, let's say if someone, let's say someone ungkit the thing, someone brings up, like, they say, hey, when are we gonna do next meetup? Because here's the thing, last time the meetup was hosted by Showmanship. All right, so like he brought the thing up, like he said, like, hey,
he was one who came late, right, to his own meetup.
No, he was busy, as I don't mind.
I think he was streaming at the time.
But basically he was the one who requested it, and at the moment I don't see anyone requesting it, so it's more like an on-call kind of thing. But I'll probably ask Kayus or Toka for this one, probably bincang-bincang sikit lah,
Yeah, maybe to see whether that might help with the interaction, because there's so many new people almost every day. I'm seeing new people coming in, and
definitely so many new people, and I think like we should probably do that every month or something. Not every week. Like
I think every week would be a bit too much. Once a month should be good.
Yeah,
especially to give a platform for the new people to just talk and build the relationships and all that.
Definitely. Okay, cool. So What any
Alright.
anything else? Any other questions or something like about Malaysian streamers?
No, for Malaysian streamers Discord, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to see how, I mean, yeah, get your opinion on how it's going so far and so on. Since
I
you're a
mean,
mod there, but yeah.
I did have a couple of up and down moments. I mean, you've seen me like the
Yeah.
drama thingy, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
there's been
one,
a lot. There's been a couple of
uh,
problematic people. So like, you've seen
yeah.
the messages and all that. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Honestly, it brought the server back to life. So I mean, that's something. We know, you know lah, our people, we strive on the onions
Yep.
and such, the onion ranges.
Okay, I'll go now
right.
back into the Ask MCU questions. So there are actually two questions here that are similar. One from Shadow earlier and one from Kree. Syko face reveal when lol.
God damn,
That was from
now it
Kree
comes
and
off.
Shadow also asking for face reveal.
Say what again? What again?
Syko face reveal when?
Oh no, I don't know.
Do you actually plan to have a face
I
reveal for like a goal or something like that?
Honestly, this has been going on for like quite a while. As in, like quite a while. I mean, like for probably a whole year. Now, because I do know like having a face cam probably be nice, but then again, you do know like some days you look messy and such, so you don't really want that. Now, I kind of have
That's how I
honestly,
look like right now. Yeah.
I kind of have a very low esteem on when it comes to my own appearance. I mean, I'm kind of on the chunky side. I
I
think
mean,
you know.
it's up to you anyway what you decide to show on your stream or what you decide to reveal
Yeah,
on your stream.
I
Yeah,
could probably do a bit of a face reveal. If not, so if I don't build up enough courage for it, I guess the VTubing would do.
yeah.
I mean, I know some of y'all have seen my face. R4 hasn't yet. Shadow
W
has.
W wants to see
Then
your
again,
thighs.
hey, but then again, we do have the MSRL group, right? You should probably look at my face there. Then I do have my face there. All right, reveal yourself, Psycho. No, no.
I think Shadow is purposely asking for purpose.
I don't understand. So what? You want to make it like 1K
Kree,
or
you
something?
gotta ask questions in Ask MCU, not
You
in
wanna
chat.
you wanna say a 1K
1K
followers?
followers.
What? No, I don't know lah. I think it's entirely up to
Is
myself lah.
Psycho face reveal confirmed? 1K followers?
Mm,
Oh, okay.
find out in the next episode of like no lah. Okay.
All right. Next question was from Gamer Khan. So this was the same question I think put in chat earlier as well. What's
Okay.
Psycho's ideal woman?
What is my ideal woman? IRL or waifu? Or both?
Yeah, he didn't specify, so
Okay, right. You know what?
both, I guess. Then
Okay, so IRL. The big titty one is not. I wouldn't say not really apply, but honestly, it's more of personality rather than looks. I mean, looks to me are more of a bonus.
personality has multiple meanings.
I mean, honestly, personality.
personality.
As long as as long as we could work together and such, support together, support each other, that kind of thing. It's pretty fun. I would love myself.
Would you? Okay, this is a question for me, but would you
Yes.
date a streamer?
Would you date a streamer?
Yeah, like another streamer.
If it's you, yes. No. No.
I mean, you was talking about like
okay,
personality like that clicks,
if it's a streamer, honestly, I don't. I'm not really picky on what jobs they have. I mean, if you're a
Okay.
streamer, it's not sure lah. It's fine, Like, but
Date stream,
you know,
yeah.
but as long as could work together as such, looks more of a bonus if anything, But as long as we can work together, support each other, you scratch my back, I scratch your. No, not really scratch your back, scratch yours lah. It's more like that kind of thing. Kiss a homie, yes, that kind of thing. No lah,
Okay,
but
cool.
but yeah, IRL, I'm not honestly, I'm not really picky on what sorry, honestly, I'm not really picky on who should I date or something. It's more of if you accept what I do, like let's say probably simp on waifus or something, as a probably streamer persona, or probably IRL, if that leaks out a little bit, and probably just stand, probably could stand or love what I do lah. That'll be my criteria. I would say. I mean, if it's waifu, okay lah. titties and thighs probably would be nice, but other than that, it's okay. Personality. I think like they kind of intertwine together actually. Maybe
Okay.
not who you should date, but instead what you should date.
So
I
if
should probably
Khan,
date a cardboard
if
then.
Khan is still here, then hopefully Khan, you got your answer there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next question. Okay, this one was from Dalvin. So I think his question, he said, read my question from earlier. So I think his question from earlier was who would win the championship? F1.
I honestly I don't really wanna judge on this one, but I would say it's more of Max's.
Okay.
More of Max's chance, unless if he fucks up. Sorry,
Oh,
MSRL.
MSRL.
Okay.
And
So
MSRL. Okay.
and MSRL. Okay, MSRL. Ooh. Okay, MSRL. I mean, Switz doesn't make much mistakes, which honestly I think he's more prone to. I think like let's see. I think Delvla.
He's like, say it now.
I'd say Delvla, honestly. But as long as Switz doesn't make any mistakes,
there you go, Delv.
I mean, as long as Switz doesn't make a mistake at all, during this time, or probably be involved in my case of probably defending my
As long
crowd.
as Delv doesn't like try to drive Swiss off the track or anything like that.
Something tells me that might happen. But I do hope it might happen, but I don't know. But it's more of not because of the championship. It's more of it's more of defending the title lah, rather bigger than your thigh gap.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the last question that we have from R4L.
Uh-huh.
If you were a girl, would you date your current self?
Yes.
Yes, there you go. Short and sweet. R4L, that answers your question.
Nah, honestly, okay, like even though sometimes I do have my own my own shortcomings, but the first step to loving someone is to love yourself first, that kind of thing. Wow, I'm going so
True.
cheesy on that
Damn.
one, I'm sorry.
So deep.
But yeah, I mean, no, I mean like if you don't love, I mean honestly speaking, like if you if you don't know how to love yourself, how could you love someone? It could probably be like one-sided, or probably just because probably become like a first sight
Why Duff?
thing. Love yourself has so many meanings, all the meanings.
He submitted another question now. If you were a girl, why would you date your current self?
God damn it. If you're a girl, why would you date your current self? Oh, so basically you want me to brag about what I do or something, huh? Okay, so let's see.
He's too good at Azulin.
So I have some pretty thick thighs, so you might get a lap pillow from me or something. My tummy would probably be a pillow for you. Let's see. Even though I simp on waifus or something, I could probably do the same love to you, that kind of thing. Other than that, nothing much. Because he has big
Okay.
PP. No, I have inverted PP. What do you mean?
Moving on.
Right.
I think
Sorry.
no, just joking. But no, this is like the last question I have from this is from me, I guess. Not from MCU, not from us MCU. If you've played any new games this year, what would be your game of the year so far? Since we are already basically at the end of the year right now.
Oh no, I haven't been caught up with any of the games at all. Actually, I mean like
Oh, I guess okay. What game did you find yourself playing the most this year, other than the games that you stream, like games that you play on your own time?
Oh no! Now I realize like what I played before. No, okay. This is basically it's more like an adult game, that kind of thing.
Right.
But
Okay.
Hear me out. All right. I mean the adult aspect of the game. I'm not saying I don't touch it. I mean I do it sometimes, but not in like a frequent way.
He played
Not
Fortnite.
frequent. Like a thing. No.
Such an adult game, Fortnite.
No, Fortnite. No. Neptunia I stream it. I mean, I used to be in the Neptunia fandom, but not by much now. But yeah, I mean, like, how do you say this? Okay, so the game. What should I say? What the game's name is? I mean, I think some of y'all know lah, probably. Okay, let's see. Okay, Psycho dating sim. JK, it's not. It's Koikatsu Party.
I don't know what it is, but
No,
I
you
mean, yeah,
don't don't go there, please.
It's alright. I got an idea from you from what you've described so far.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing, because because the game has a character creation tool. So think of it as probably what is it? Probably creating
Your
characters.
ideal waifu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes. Probably some other characters as well. It's more like fulfilling my OC needs ish.
Right.
But I believe it's more of since I have written like a novel or something. I'm not sure if Tree knows about this because like I've spread to some of my uni friends. But I would say since I can't draw for shit, I just do. I would just go on Koikatsu Party, just probably adjust some aspects and such, and probably just be done like that lah. And then after that, like if I want some art from me, I could just screenshot the thing and just send the character design lah onto other
Right.
people. I mean, like recently, right? Snowy, like my emote artist and also my mod, right? I did ask her to, draw some of the characters, but at your free time lah, to probably to relieve her from the art block or something in case if she has one.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually turned out just fine. Hang on, I could probably pull up a picture lah. Let's just say we ended up nicknaming her Syko-chan because like I think like her name was Syko, but in a different spelling. Instead of SYKO, it's SAIKOU, I believe.
SAI Syko. Okay.
Syko.
Syko.
KOU. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, it's just like a quick sketch though, but yeah, there you go. That's what she made lah. I mean, this is one of the characters I did in Koikatsu lah.
Oh wait, you sent on Discord, is it?
Yeah. I sent on Discord.
okay.
I can send the link to the thing, right? So yeah. Amalkan
Okay,
paling apa bodoh lah. Psycho, nah, sorry, no money. Anyway.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So that's basically been the game that you've been
I mean,
playing on your own time, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, if you want a screenshot of the game, right? Okay lah.
No, it's fine. I'm not asking for a screenshot. It's fine.
No, it's
fine.
not.
Relax,
It's not.
relax.
It's not lewd. Don't worry, it's not lewd. Okay, this is more like someone challenged me to make a gender bent version of myself, that kind of thing. So
Ooh, okay.
yeah, that was a picture.
Okay, I'll check it out because the thing is here again, if I change anything on Discord right now, it's going to mess up the stream. I mean the video layout. So that's why I'm a bit
I'm
stuck.
not asking, but later Syko gonna get PM to P. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
Okay. I think alright. Yeah, we
the
are.
game that I played the most is Koikatsu Party at the moment. That's all I can think of.
Okay, yeah, no problem. It's basically that's it exactly. Like what are the games that you played the most off stream, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
off stream, I do have GFL, but recently I haven't played Girls Frontline yet. So yeah, I mean, Toka punya pasal he dragged me into the game because it's more like a payback since I got him into F1.
Oh, okay.
And now he's dragging me into Girls Frontline. So yeah. No, not now lah. I mean, like it's kind of like a payback thing, but I didn't really mind. I just didn't know how to play the game. So yeah lah. All right.
All right. So the
yeah.
next thing. Wait, what? Chris said
Another
something.
Ask MCU. Psycho Arc Nights when ice cream and apple pie waifu miss you. No, they're gonna kill me for it. No, they're gonna kill me for it, Kree. I'm sorry. Okay, I am too pepiga for the game. Although Kree, I might ask Snowy to probably meme on this. Just literally like a couple of forgotten games, because like my current project with Snowy at the moment, we're basically I asked her to to draw to probably like illustrate some of the moments that happened. So I think like a couple of days ago, like while I had my Azur Lane stream, right, I basically pushed one particular waifu. Okay, her name is Richelieu, which is basically a French battleship lah, and she's pretty strong, like very strong lah in the game. So I basically went to clear out a whole chapter, so 4 stages, and eventually like let's just say like her mood level went down, and then the love level also goes down like -2. And then like let's just say I made a joke about how her little sister Jean Bart, I mean Jean Bart is like one of my favorite characters in the in the in Azur Lane lah. But yeah, I mean, like she's basically Richard Liu's little sister, and I said on stream like at the time I was like, um, I wonder what Jean Bart is thinking. Like she might kick my ass for this, like literally abusing her big sis, you know. So
I
yeah,
have
so
no idea where
Snowy.
this is going right now. I'm completely
No,
lost.
I mean, like if you go to my server, right? Like look at art,
Right,
like
right, okay,
probably have to scroll up. No, you don't have to scroll up. It's the most recent one lah.
right.
I did say lah, like Jean Bart stepping, not stepping. It's more like kicking Syko's ass for abusing her big sis on chapter Tosaka, November 2021. So I'm thinking of posting that, not exactly that picture. That's work in progress, but I will post the full picture lah on the thing. You know what? I'll post it now. How about that? Okay. Okay, I'll post it
Okay.
now. I mean, you keep an eye on the art channel lah for a little bit. Yeah, that's the finished one.
I hope that answers Kree's question because I have no idea what he even meant by that. But
No, the
right.
Arknights one is a different game. But
Okay.
yeah, Arknights is a different game. I mean, I played it because same publisher. So and then of course I thought like, what is this game about? You know, but apparently it's too big brain for my small brain. So I cannot.
Okay.
It's basically like playing chess and a tower defense. So it's like 10D chess lah. You know,
Wow.
in a way.
Okay.
I mean, as only the game plays itself, so I have a lot of time to chat with other people. Meanwhile, Arknights, I'm like, wait, what am I supposed to do again? Yeah, it's like, oh shit, where would I put the thing? So I cannot lie, I cannot do like big brain stuff like Arknights, unfortunately. I mean, Kree, you handle my account, right? I mean, you could technically hijack my account anytime you want, so you know. And yes, I did give my account to Kree. I mean, it's only a little clear, but so it's only like a little bit of progress, but I'm not sure like what would happen. You know, so I'm not sure like what happened to the account. It's just I've lost the account after changing laptop. God damn it! I mean, I could probably give it to you again.
Oh no! After changing laptops.
No, I could
Also,
probably
hi, Jeffing. Welcome.
email, right? So yeah, I mean it's verifying through email, so it's fine. But yeah, okay, I think that answers the question, like hopefully. Okay, basically,
Okay, cool.
no, I might be killed for it, because you know, since the two are waiting, they'll be like, "Why are you on the other game, huh?" You know, it's like a Wi-Fi. It's like a wife asking you, "Where have you been these past couple of days?" You know,
Dangerous
kind of
questions.
like that. Yeah,
All
definitely.
right. Yeah. I think that's basically it for the Ask MCU. No more questions right now. And I think I'll close that also as well. So the final thing right before we end the show.
Mhm.
So if you've watched the previous MCU as well, the Mamak Catch-Up, there's a streamer menu that I'm creating. Basically for each guest, basically they provide their they basically give their go-to Mamak food or drink. So far we have Gamer Khan with Maggi Goreng double, Dalf
Uh-huh.
with Tosai Telur. So next up is yours to be added into the
Okay,
menu.
so
So
does it only have to be like one meal, or is it like one drink, or
yeah,
how
it's one drink or one food item. Yeah.
wait, when the drink for like both Delvin and
No,
Khan?
no. Or
Oh,
it's either like you choose like, I mean, it's either a drink or because I mean I mainly have to limit it because of the space limitation on that freaking image that I got for the post-it note.
put it on a spreadsheet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I want to like present it on stream. You know, I try to make
Oh,
like a good looking overlay. But yeah, this is what I could manage
or if
at this
not
point.
PowerPoint. But yeah,
Maybe for
all right.
future. Yeah.
Okay, so
So your
oh my
go-to for Mama, like, what's
oh
your
shoot.
regular
Okay.
one?
I mean, ironically enough, like 2 days ago, I went to the mama because you know because I didn't get my groceries. So I'm like, you know what, just have dinner outside or something. Go to the mama or something.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I have two foods, but since like there's only one, right? I really had to think a bit. Okay, so I do have a knack for nasi goreng pattaya, honestly.
Ah, okay, Pattaya.
Nasi goreng pattaya. I mean, like even at like you know a normal Malay restaurant, right? Like I do order nasi goreng pattaya. I mean, even though it's just like a
Pattaya is
what-
one. No, two T's, one
No,
Y.
two T's, two T's, one Y.
Two T's, one Y. All right.
Yeah, but like I feel like that's my go-to food in general. Honestly, it's not limited to mama. It's literally like you know, literally like any restaurant I go, I can't go nasi goreng Pattaya lah. You
If
know,
there's nasi goreng Pattaya available, then that's your like go-to lah.
Psycho like the double T's. Yes, there is. I mean, what? Okay. But yeah, I do think, right, like the streamer menu, right, like instead of just one, what is it, one meal or one drink, why not make it one meal and one drink? Make it a combo set lah, you know. I mean,
No,
come
I
on,
would
like,
love to do that. It's just that the limitation here being that freaking post-it note image that
yeah,
I
it's
have.
okay.
I've
It's okay.
still
You know
yet
what?
to get a better looking thing. I want to
Hang on.
make like a full menu, like the 2-page thing. At least that will look that I can fit in more stuff over there.
Yeah, you know what?
No real estate for that exactly.
You know what? If not, drinks only TO ice. Drinks are only TO ice. You know.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think like a lot of people do order TO ice for when going to the mama or something. You know. I mean, I
Yeah,
do it.
definitely.
Sometimes I do kopi o ice, but you know, like honestly, I would order TO ice regardless. Milo ice.
Our first Milo ice.
Milo ice is expensive now. It's like 2 ringgits or something. Like nah. I mean, better to bring your own Milo lah. You know. Just go.
Murah sure teh ice.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, that's literally it's quite cheap. I mean, even though some of them have like 1 ringgit 50, but still, compared to other drinks, right? Like TO ice is literally like
You're cheating our oil from the Milo using
it's
chocolate.
literally the IMO is literally the philosophy of mama food. Like literally simple food, simple meal, just straightforward, that kind of thing. You know, TO
Yeah,
ice.
exactly. Something easy to like. It's not something too filling. I mean, even just like talking about food in a sense, like, it's not something too filling. It's like it's sort of like a snack in a way.
Yeah,
So,
except when they use chocolate nowadays, Mamak Catch-Up. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. But okay lah. I mean, like that's Mama in terms of night lah. I mean, but if it's like at noon or something, it's more like nasi kanda lah. But you know what? I'll go with nasi goreng Pattaya for this one.
okay, great. I've added you in on the list. All right, that's pretty much the end of our podcast for today. Thank you so much, Syko, for agreeing to be a guest on the show. Apologies again for the postponement because this podcast was supposed to take place last week, but unfortunately I had a last minute thing that came up. And,
Look. Yeah. I mean, thankfully, right? Okay, here's a little bit of a story lah when that happened, right? Now, thankfully, you did tell me it was that afternoon, right? It was during
yeah. It was afternoon. I already knew that I had something. I had something urgent
thank
came
God
up.
you told me that afternoon because like I was actually at the time I was debating whether to stream Honkai on a weekly basis, right? Honestly, it was supposed to be like next week. Honestly, it was supposed to be like today, but since
Right.
that postponement happened, so I brought it forward to like last Friday lah. It was more like an impromptu stream, if anything. But honestly, it went fine. I do like it, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it's okay lah. You did tell me early at the time.
Yeah, as soon as I
the
found out
time
that I
was-
wouldn't be able to make it, and then straight away just let you know about it. But yeah, thanks
definitely.
for agreeing to come in today as well. And I've included just using the exclamation point MCU. You can check out Syko's Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter accounts. So follow him there.
Yes.
Follow, like, subscribe,
Go
all that
Twitter.
good stuff.
Go Twitter and see all the good stuff that I retweet or something. Cough. Probably not safe for work.
Right.
I don't know. Ikaki Twitter. Alah, sorry lah. I cannot do anything about it. No lah. I mean like no. About Twitter, right? I don't I don't use it like for ranting. I mean, I do really use it for ranting sometimes, but it's
Follow
not.
je lah.
Yeah, follow je lah, hai. No, but it's more like looking at artworks and such. Because I do know a lot of Japanese artists, illustrators use Twitter and they post their arts there. And I'm probably stealing it, but not. At least I'm not.
I mean, retweeting should be fine. It's not
No.
stealing,
I mean
yeah.
like saving the picture into my phone gallery lah.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah lah, I mean it's pretty convenient. But at the same time, the dark side of Twitter, I don't dive into that unless if I want to mock them or something. But other than that, nah lah. It's mostly to to put up pictures and such, that kind of thing.
John Cena follows me on Twitter. That's my flex. Sure or not? I don't know whether they can see or not. Whether he follows you.
Nah. He doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
China lah, come on. Lao Gan Ma. No, sorry. I don't want to bring that.
John Cena.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, Kree gets it. Lao Gan Ma. When John
gosh.
Cena versus
John Cena.
John Cena versus Da Walk. Yeah, The Walk.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Okay, on that note, the MCU is coming to an end for today. Thanks again, Syko, for being a guest on the stream. I really appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Have a great rest of the
thanks
week.
too for inviting. I really had fun. I mean, even though I kind of had to vent a bit about my
Nah, no worries,
right now.
no problem
But
at
it's
all.
fine. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good session. I do like myself to be in like some of the podcasts. Probably do probably do a little bit IRL. JK lah. It's fine.
Yeah,
Right.
great to hear it. And
Yeah.
also to the viewers and for people on Syko stream, thanks for tuning in. And also a couple of people had followed earlier. Really, thanks for that. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys. Am I streaming tomorrow night? Wait, what time is F1 tomorrow night?
F1 tomorrow.
The qualifying,
F1 tomorrow is 9 p.m. I think.
9 p.m.
I think it's 9 p.m. or 10. 9 or 10 p.m.
Okay, I think probably tomorrow I'll be streaming then. So yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll be
MSRL
streaming,
is
man.
early anyway, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to
Yeah.
check out my Sejatra. Yes, thanks Arfawal for the reminder. I need to put up like a QR code on screen.
Okay. Mais Jatra, right? Once you check in, check out immediately. They won't look at your checkout lah for sure. They just want to look at your
Just want to see where you've been.
and how many doses of vaccines you took. So
Yeah.
they won't look if you check out or something. I actually check out immediately after I check in, so it's
I
fine.
always forget, unfortunately.
But never check
It's like
out
2
because
days later, it's like, oh shit, yeah, it's still there.
seminggu sih aku duduk masjid. Damn, you're a good boy then. Okay, very very alim right there.
Pahala banyak, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, okay, that is going to be the end of the stream. Thank you guys. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.